Let's get started. We're live.
Yeah.
Yep, we are live. So, right now it's only the three of us as Dennis and June have Dennis is dead again this week, and June is also dead this week because of a headache. So
Yeah.
it's just the three of us, but we should be fine as it is a start of a new arc, which
Mhm.
means nothing too important will happen.
Yeah.
Out of character wise, I already told Robin this, but I'm not
Mhm.
sure if I told you, Falcon. But
Mhm.
so from this point forward, the arc is going to be more sandbox. It's going to be more open ended, and I am going to be relying on your actions to move the plot forward and dictate what's going to happen from now on.
Okay.
As at this point forward, I don't see any reason for me to keep forcing the plot my way. At
Alright.
this point, um, you guys will probably stick together where you guys have enough reason to be, and that gives you enough security that you guys will make I guess your own storyline or things like that, just to pursue what you guys want to pursue. I will leave
Mhm.
hooks. Whether or not you take them is completely up to you. And once you make it to the next town, there's going to be a few different locations outside of that town you can travel to. That is up to you if you want to go there.
Mhm.
So just a heads up now.
All right.
So more sandbox for you guys, and a lot more improv and preparation on my side, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So
Wee.
session journal. So chapter 10, from ashes to frost. An evil was released, and Alfin was thrown into chaos. More often than not, death and destruction will be left within its wake. But fate had other plans. The fire was extinguished, and from it a new promise was made. Okay. So the party and Galen head to the old city. They looked around, look for energy crystals to power up the teleportation circle,
Mhm.
and but Adrian was able to power the teleportation circle by himself for whatever reason, as he made go to a temple or a church in the ruins. So Arlen was stabilized luckily during the fight, and Orin was able to get his trusty Mjolnir Jr. He went downstairs to confront Firen. The fire giant he just released.
Mhm.
And after the quick conversation, they decided to walk upstairs to have a better battlefield to fight in.
Yeah,
Once,
that was
once,
the best.
yeah, once they made it
Yeah.
upstairs, the whole city was getting evacuated as soldiers of Ash start going around killing people, lighting things ablaze from the power of the fire giant himself. And Orin and Finn were about to fight until reinforcements arrive for Orin, not realizing that they're not doing an execution, but rather something has just happened that's very dire.
Yep.
And the fight was won, and Adrian was able to find out Firen's ideal and motive, being that he wanted to destroy everything so something is born anew. Adrian promised him that he will make sure the world will grow and he returns to his family to the other side. The fight was not without its costs, however, and the buildings of Alflin were burned down and many people died during the mayhem. Ashera was about to arrest the entire party until Zelaria used her royal decree to put them under her protection. Orion talks with Arlen, and as he expresses his desire to explore the world, Orion tells him that he could tag along with the party, which I didn't expect. So, yay, Arlen's here.
Yeah.
Yay! Got someone
Yay!
new.
So,
Finally.
yep. Adrian. Adrian leaves the dorms and rests in the garden. Asker has a talk with Valda about being stronger and casting runic magic. Valda takes up his request and she will train him. The Arbiters have a meeting, only to be interrupted by both Arlen and a god. Arlen brought up the Modify Memory spell as its means of framing Orin, and the god makes sure that no one will touch the party as they are under his protection as well. And as you guys sleep for the next day, another thread was woven into the tapestry of fate, and the Alflin arc has ended, leading to a new arc. So,
Yay.
it's very simple. You guys are back in the ever familiar Elven dorms. Luckily, it hasn't been burnt down because it's underground in the floating platform.
Yes.
Right now, yeah, you wake up, and what exactly do you guys want to do first? As of you guys got your rest after a crazy fight. So
Yes.
Right now, I
Well,
want to
go
make
ahead.
sure that I was just say right now, I want to make sure that the party is gathered together, and I want to get them. And I want to get out as quickly as possible.
yeah.
I know they have no after being accused of killing an arbiter and me accidentally, unpurposely unleashing a fire giant on the city. They have no real reason to look at me fondly.
Air quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no reason to look at me fondly, so I kind of want to get out.
But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So
On the
So orange is just
contrary, for
antsy.
me, sorry, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say, Falcon, and then I'll push
Yeah.
in. Yep.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that Orin is just antsy. He's just kind of like, come on, let's go, let's get out of here.
Well, first of all, we got under. Well, someone is protecting us. Sorry, it was the Arbiter, right? Sorry, what was her name again? It's like a little bit vague.
Zalaria.
Zalaria. We are currently under her protection. Might as well use it. And since our last fight, you see, Asker is a kind of hesitant to say this, but in the end, he just says, "I don't think we are capable of handling much that's been thrown in our general direction." I mean, it is bad for someone want to frame us. Well, you, Orin. But also, it's like, I don't think we have enough knowledge in order to go on forward. And what better place to seek more knowledge than Elfland?
And
I
Orin
believe
is
we
gonna
still
say-
have a week or so we can spend before we press on.
And Orange is going to say, "Well, are you forgetting the fact that they tried to frame me and kill me?"
I haven't, but that's the thing. We are now under an official arbiter's protection. And after last fiasco, I doubt anyone would want to frame you ever again.
They might just want to kill me.
Well, so that's why we're here. If we gather enough knowledge to protect ourselves, then we can face no matter what kind of enemies thrown at us, no matter what it is. Don't you feel a little bit enabled to contribute during the last fight? After what you saw with Adrian and his power and the fire giant, I mean, that was a whole other level. So,
Yeah. No, Orin he's gonna shake his head. He's gonna shake his head. He's gonna say, "He says, if anything, that just lit a fire under me to get stronger. I don't need a god's might.
That's
I can
also
do it
what I mean.
myself."
That's also what I mean. What a better place to get more knowledge on how to improve yourself than a grand library that they have in Elfland.
He says the library would work for you, for someone who uses magic, for someone like me who relies on sheer strength.
Actually,
It does me no good.
Actually, that's the part where you're wrong. You see, it happens in my, research, I happen to find some interesting knowledge, like description. I haven't acquired the knowledge quite yet, but apparently the rune system they design and use here have the ability to improve each and every one of our, either physical might or magical power, powers. So, like this, I have read that there is some way to apply the runes called tattoos, the rune tattoo system, and maybe we can, acquire that kind of knowledge to apply it to you. And also, there's another interesting part. There is one Asian script in the library where I've been spending some time there, and I found that there has been, a kind of blessing that can be granted onto you. It's called the gift of lycanthropy. So,
Orange he said, no, I will not accept the lycanthrope curse.
why not? It's a blessing instead of a curse. At least that's what I read about. Apparently, Odin himself blessed the ones who fought bravely, and I look at Oren like, just wink, wink. Yeah, in the battlefield.
Oren is just no. This is. I said I don't need that. I can do it myself.
Okay.
I have my pride, you know.
True. Well, if you don't want blessing from gods, then ancient knowledge of runes, maybe, like what I said before. And maybe we can get some powerful items, magic equipment as such, to help us along the way. Come on. Aren't you at least a little bit curious about what they have here?
Oren's gonna think for a moment, and he's just going to, and then he's going to say, "No, not after they tried to kill me."
Well. Well, at least I've tried. But for me, I would want to spend at least some time here. They have tons of research I would like to know. Or, you can go ahead towards your destination first, then we can catch up. I mean, it's not going to take that long, so.
Yes, because a week is a very short amount of time.
Yeah. Especially after Ragnarok. I don't think anyone can fast travel, through a long distance. I can easily catch up. What's your mission currently? I mean,
that is a very good question.
Yeah, you've done your part. Yeah.
Don't worry, something will come up later.
Currently, Oren is out of mission, right? Because that was his mission before, to come to Elfland and, tell them about the impending danger and seek for assistance. So.
Yeah, no, I knew that. This is that.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll get something, Oren. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, outside of, in or out of character, Oren is both. Currently, have no mission at hand. So he's eagerness to go out, and he doesn't really have a direction. So
yeah, okay. So at this point on, a guard comes down to the dorms, and actually is looking for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize him as one of the elven guards that fought with you guys. When Firen was around, and he doesn't look at you guys with disdain, rather just duty, responsibility. He has 2 letters. One is just from like a simple sheet of paper, while the other one is in a more proper, it's more properly written. It's more properly placed. Like there's an actual seal, that kind of thing. The one with the seal is handed to Oren, while the more general note is handed to everyone in general, as it's addressed to the entire party.
Okay.
And then it's not secretly covered up, so
we can share. We can exchange notes. It's fine.
Yeah, and the paper, and the one that's just a simple paper seems to be it's written in common, so everyone can understand it. And it seems to be from Adrian, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
As he hasn't came back with you guys yet. Like you haven't seen him around as he tried to gather around. And it's just a short letter. It's nothing too long. He says she wanted something in return for her power, so I'll be back later. It's just that simple.
Okay. A little bit vague, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the guard just says, yeah, your friend just left. It seemed like he needed help a lot, like he was actually blind. I had to give him a crutch, or else he would have just fall off the platform. It wasn't nice.
You sure you didn't miss anything?
Well, he left when everyone was asleep. I was on my night duty.
No. I mean, did you make sure you didn't lose anything? weapons, daggers. I just give him.
Well, from what I've seen, not really. So
Okay.
I've checked my pack. Nothing. Everything's still there. My armor is still on me, and my weapon's on my sheath.
Good. Good to know.
All right, I'll be taking my leave.
All right.
Alright.
Thanks.
Good morning. And then he just leaves.
Yep.
For the one with the seal, and Orin, you immediately recognize this as the seal of the Sons of Thunder.
Ooh.
Okay.
And ironically enough, it seems like the letter that was in your modified memory, but I mean that's how they write letters, but like it's just a bit ironic thinking about it.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So he.
So,
while
are
he's
you
doing
gonna-
that,
are you-
he's reading, I guess.
Yeah.
Just an update. I mean, just to clarify who exactly is on the table.
Mhm.
Valdez there,
Yep.
and then a little while ago, Arlen just sat down and started eating with you guys.
Okay.
Seems he got his pack ready. He has everything to, if ever you guys are gonna leave.
All right.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess Orin is reading that. What about the?
Yeah.
Well, what about his note? Just out of curiosity, can I take a peek?
Well, depends if Orin is fine with letting you read what's on the paper.
No, he's not.
All right.
right.
I'll respect his, space. Give him privacy, and yeah, I'll let him finish reading while I finish my breakfast.
Mm.
Based on the message, it's not really long. It's just telling you when the sun hits its peak, basically around noon. It tells you to go to the lowest platform of the city.
Alright. I have really no reason to not do that, so I will do it, and I will be bringing Junior with me, just in case.
Mhm.
Of course.
And
Fully
I
armored.
do have my I do have my chainmail shirt this time around, right?
You'll be.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So, as Arlen is just sitting down at the table, it's obvious that seems like he barely got any sleep,
Mhm.
and he seems like a bit pale, as like it seems like he hasn't taken that much rest, but he has his whole pack ready, and Arlen just looks towards both of you and just says, is it really okay for me to go with you guys around?
Definitely. Are you okay? You look a little bit pale.
I didn't really sleep much last night. I was just a bit nervous about leaving. I haven't decided. This is a big decision for me.
Yep. I pat
So-
his shoulder and says, "Don't worry. The feeling's completely normal. But you do need to be more ready. Not to stay up all night or be angst about leaving, because on the road you gotta need every bit of your sleep in order to stay sharp. So yeah,
Yeah.
just some tips. Yep.
Well, if I can survive exams with 1 hour of sleep, I think I'll be fine.
This is a little more serious than exams.
Yep. Mm.
He's just,
Ferris and Draugr were not part of your exams.
he nods, but I can walk, and let's just say the exams with 100 items per subject doesn't really help a lot with with your well-being, especially in finals week.
Yep.
Finals.
Uh,
Anyway,
I
So,
nod even though I don't know what that means. Nor do Asker really care. Yeah.
so he just says, well, I officially handed in my letter of
Mm-hmm.
not really resignation, but a letter of me leaving, as I'm going to leave, essentially my education. So
Hmm.
yeah, I just, like I told Orion, I believe that there's still so much I need to know, and I'll only know it if I explore the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. So you did say proper goodbyes. That's good. But unfortunately, for me, well, I still need to do some research, like I said before. So, yeah.
Do you want me? You want me to help?
Sure. How much do you know about runic system and the technique when you guys apply tattoos as well as rune crafts as such? And
Oh,
yeah.
the runic system. Well, the runic system is another, you could say, school of magic, or another um aspect of magic that warrants its own wizards or its own um practicers. Basically, says well, the runic system relies on the actual rune itself, and like you said, the tattoos. Despite it being known here in Alflin, it's not well known in any other places around Midgard. You
Okay.
could say that
Hmm.
it's very rare to find a practitioner of the runic system and apply a tattoo, because that takes a lot of time, practice, and dedication to the craft.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be anyone here that can apply the tattoos now, as they're right now too busy with the whole reconstruction of Alflin right now.
Definitely.
And yeah,
But you guys do have certain knowledge that relates to the area of research, right? I'm sure
I
the
mean, yeah,
library holds some sort of books and
it does,
details.
yeah.
All right, then
Well,
maybe. Yeah.
well, it despite Alflin being the great library, having such a great library, the runic system, even though we know of its existence, it's more, let's say, more specific details and more advanced knowledge has been gone during Ragnarok. So
Okay.
that's one of the goals of the department of the runic system. They want to venture out, go to ruins, go to different areas of the world to figure out more runes and more aspects of the runic system. But so far, we only have a few.
All right. Then can I observe the what you already have, and then can I
Yeah,
know?
of course.
Yeah. What? And then the other one is, do you guys have the certain which area holds maybe lost like ruined temples or such that may hold this kind of knowledge? Not a treasure map per se, but it was more like the surroundings. Do they hold that kind of Asian knowledge?
I understand what you mean, and
Yeah.
although we don't have anything that says it explicitly outright, we do have history of each area, and maybe whatever happened in the area could relate to the rune you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, and
Nice.
see if there's
Uh,
any ruins around. But we also have a list of ruins that have been explored and not explored, but I don't think the department will let you have that.
why is that?
Well, it's their secret, their trade secret, and they want to keep it from other schools because it's their thing.
Okay. Is there any way I can maybe propose a trade or something like that?
I don't. Well, depends on what you're gonna give them, but I don't think they'll give you their list of locations. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but you can try.
Yeah, I
don't
can
know.
definitely offer, my strength, in doing research for them, going out into the ruins, maybe. So a little bit of side quest, as someone would call it,
Sure.
to
Okay.
offer them my
And,
help. So in return, yeah,
all right. And shall we go?
yeah. So where do we start?
The library is a great place to always start because
Alright.
at least, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I would like to know the basics before asking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orin, what are you going to do?
Orin is going to wait until noon before setting out to the lowest levels.
All right.
All right. So, Okay, we'll start with Asker and
Yeah.
Arlen
Sith?
for a bit.
Yeah.
So you guys yeah.
Sorry. I will ask. So, my lady, do you have any interest in going on research with me?
Are you talking to
Yeah.
Civ?
I'm talking to Valda.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Sif.
Valda will probably help you out, yeah.
All right.
If
Cool.
her character would probably do that. So yeah, three of you go. Yeah, Adrian's not here, so sadly
Yeah.
enough. Okay, so you three head over to you guys get to the surface level. The wind ever blowing and there's still remnants of smoke and ashes around, but most of it has been cleaned up.
Yeah.
Um like compared to how usually cities reconstruct, Alpha's just very different because most of them can cast magic. So you see a lot of mending. You see a lot of spells being used as a means of like levitation. Fly is used a lot, and even create water if needed. So just it's very different from the typical reconstruct things with the hammer and nail kind of approach.
Yeah.
Luckily, the fire did reach the library as it's in a completely different section, or at least a different platform from the main one. Um, you see the guards still going around. A bit of like eye bags under their beneath their helm, as it seems like they're doing double shifts. At least everyone has been doing double shifts. Um, so you guys walk to the library, and the same librarian is still there. Um, although looking a bit more ragged than usual, seeing Arlen and she
Yeah.
says,
They've been through a lot, I guess.
yeah, she says, Arlen, you're here, and looks towards both of you, Civ and Asger. Says, what would you need? And Arlen just looks at you and then looks back at the librarian and says, um, would Viren be here? Viren? Yeah, we need to talk to the runic section, and the librarian just like says, he should be in his regular spot. Yeah, and yeah, Arlen just nods, and yeah, Viren, you could say, is an acquaintance of mine in the runic department. So
Nice. It's always good to know someone.
Yeah, it's always good to know someone. And you see like his eyes widen a bit, and he looks somewhat deadpan, but it's okay. And
Am I
he should
sensing
be-
something wrong here? Like the two of
I
them?
don't,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
Uh,
So I mean, your insight if you want
Yeah,
to figure
I
out
will-
what's
I will
up with
try.
them. So
See if there's a rivalry or maybe competition.
you sense a little bit of uneasiness from Arlen. You can tell he's a bit nervous as well. Seems like this guy is not really a friend. Like he said, more of an acquaintance, but not in the positive way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Alright. So I follow him. Like go to the runic session to see.
yeah, you go through the library has its own rooms, meeting rooms so that if ever there needs to be a discussion about things, it won't be open ended in the library. So they have their own
Yeah.
separate rooms, and each separate room has their different schools, their different sections, evocation, divination, that kind of thing. You find the runic section, which is in like the very corner of the library, very far from
Okay.
the main center of the library. You open the door, and oh wait, no, sorry. Arlen opens it. He knocks, opens the door. You see a very how do I say this? A very tall, very regal looking elf. Typical, like, definitely would fit into the royal elf status if you look at him that way. And he's reading a book. Looks very old, very ancient. Like the cover, like it seems like it's been it's like new, like in a way that The
It's
paper
well
looks very old, but the
preserved, but
covers
yeah,
it's well preserved.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's ancient.
So they rebounded it because like the
Mhm.
cover probably didn't exist anymore at that point, so they rebounded it in new leather, but the paper is the same.
Mhm.
Um, he looks at you, it's like, well, 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 what would little Olin want from me again? And Arlen just looks at you and says, well, Viren, this is acquaintance of a friend of mine actually. Asker wishes to talk to you about the runic system, and you see Viren just like rolled his eyes for a bit and says, well, what would someone outside of school want to know about the runic system? And he looks straightly at you, Asger.
I look at him and I just gently do a gesture, as a greeting, and just like, I've heard that Elflin acquired a large amount of ruin studies, renowned scholars, and as well as their study of the ruin system is well known throughout the entire world. And since Arlen presented you to us, that means you must be a well-studied scholar in this criteria. So I would say, why not inquiry the best? So here
Well,
we are.
well, I would be lying if I wait. Sorry, I'll be lying if a bit surprised that the commoner like you would know much about the runic system, but you do have an actual way with words. And he looks and he closes his book, but although I do respect the comments and flattery that am the best for inquiry,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm sure you know. Actually, you should know when it comes to magic. Practitioners don't like to share their craft with anyone outside of that.
I do know. As a commoner, I do know a few tricks myself. Definitely not as well trained as you or anyone with deep study in it, but that's why I would like to learn more, to improve my craft. I also understand that you guys don't share knowledge easily, so I'm here to propose a trade. I heard that you guys went on expedition into ruins and such. Maybe I can be of assistance in that area?
Well, and he thinks about it for a moment, and you see like spark into his eyes, and like if we have you explore, we don't have to go through all of the administration stuff,
Definitely.
the papers with the arbiters, the teams,
Especially
and
with the city in now condition, like the fire giant left a
will
huge
be
waste. So
will be. Well, we did have an expedition next week, but seeing right, like you said, the city. Yeah, we won't be able to travel around travel around. So but having an asset like someone that's not part of the school
and
will be probably
especially
be most.
yeah, and think of it this way. While you guys are busy recovering, and maybe some other, I don't know, rivals might enter the very place you want to seek. Maybe the knowledge there they, got their hands on it. Then maybe they're theirs forever, and you might lost this great opportunity. But if you send me out instead, we can get a head start whilst everyone else is busy recovering, and then who knows?
Well, you do make a good deal, but I can't give you everything just yet. Let's say I'll give you a small bit of knowledge for now,
Okay.
and the more you find out there
Mm-hmm.
through your own expeditions and give us what you find, the more we will give to you.
All right, that sounds fair to me.
Okay, and you see that he grabs a paper from his bag, like just plain paper, and he has a quill, and you see that he harnesses magic into the quill,
Mhm.
and he writes on the paper, puts it on the table, and says, "Well, let's get through a contract then."
Definitely. And I sit down and just, yeah, with Valda besides me, I was like, just make sure she also sees the contract and, evaluates it for me
Yeah.
because I'm not too
The
familiar with contracts.
yeah, basically it's a magic contract.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious. So um, basically, you're held magically, and there are penalties if you don't follow the contract. But
Yep.
the terms are the first term, and probably the most important term you realize is that you cannot share the runic system or the runic knowledge you gain
Mm-hmm.
from both from the elves and in the temples to anyone,
Mm-hmm.
like anyone, basically, which only you will be able to know. Second, um, you must hand all over all knowledge of each temple or each ruin of runic system to the elves. If you do it otherwise, the contract will be null and void, and you'll get a penalty.
Okay.
The third one is, if ever you can ever cast the runic system, although you can use it for your own means, the
Mhm.
moment you use it with others, the contract will be null and void, etc., etc.
Hmm. When I see the part that I can't apply onto others, I just turn to him and just says, I would love to follow all of the things above. After all, a great trust is what we need to fulfill the contract. However, I do have a company of people that they might be assisting me into this expedition. So if this line here, I can maybe I won't share the knowledge directly, but if I can apply certain powers I gain onto their bodies, they know how to use them. They can use it, but they don't know how it works. Does that help? I mean, I really would need extra muscles in case
Well,
anything happens.
like you said, it's a matter of trust, and simply, I don't know you, but you do have a deal that it's worth considering.
Mm-hmm.
I will remove. I will remove the third condition
Okay.
once once it shows that you can be trusted.
All right.
Maybe after giving us knowledge, maybe after
How about
1 to 2
this?
expedition, we'll remove the third condition.
Yeah. How about this? Let's say I continuously offer my help after our maybe second expedition is done, and I shared all the knowledge I gained with you. Then maybe we can, we can add a appendix underneath it, and it says, after the second expedition, when it's done, then this line is nullified. How does that sound?
Well, that sounds. Well, you did have the same idea as me, and he gets the paper, does it,
All right.
and now, anything else?
I guess that would be it.
All right, and he puts his own signature, and the only thing left that you need to do is put yours.
All right. And I put my signature on it. Just the deal is made.
No. He slips it in like his back on his own bag, and like the paper duplicates itself, so you have your own copy.
Mm-hmm.
And well, now that we're under contract, I would like to ask you to leave, if that's business done. You can.
All right.
Arlen knows. Arlen knows where. Like he looks at Arlen.
Mhm.
He looks at Arlen and just looks to the side a bit, and well, Arlen, I want you to show him the first book. Show him the first rune, but that's all.
All right. By the way, so since we signed a contract, what's my first, job? You guys certainly have a list of where you want me to go visit, to
Well-
do research. and such.
Depends. Where are you going?
Well, currently, I just think for a moment, and I just says, we are on the way to. Well, if our travel continues, we'll be going eastward, past the entire Elfland. But I have about a week for right now, so I can search around the area. Maybe there's some part you guys, know and haven't have the time to, search it and.
Well, anything within Alpha's vicinity has been already searched.
Okay.
But if you're heading eastwards towards... Are you going to the coast by any chance?
Certainly.
The coast. Then you should be heading straight to Ravdal. And
Ravnell. Okay. How
Yeah.
to spell it?
I put it there.
Ravendale. Ravendale, right?
Ravendal.
Ravendal.
Yeah. Ravendal.
Ravendale.
And he says, yes, we do actually have one ruin that would be we would have been wanting to check on, but getting authorization from the king himself in Ravendal takes quite a while. So let's say well, this is one of the more difficult ones to get into, as it has a relation with one of the more, let's say, vile aspects of magic
Okay.
and runes in general from history. Let's say it's related to the old Lady of Death Hell.
Okay. Quite interesting.
It is so the ruins is a bit off from Ravendal to one of the closer cities. The city is well quaint, nothing really too noteworthy. It's
Was
sorry,
it
hold
the-
on, I'm looking for the angle.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Then I'm just
So-
gonna. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
So it's off to Toftus, which is a city nearby Ravendal, and there was reports of a ruin from the administration there, and they mentioned some very weird looking symbols. They sent us one of these symbols, and you can only recognize it as a rune.
Okay.
Although we don't know what it means or what power it holds necessarily, it's a rune.
Okay. Interesting. Mind if I see
they-
it? So, yeah.
Oh,
The image
he
one?
gives you he grabs his own map, and basically Ravendal is definitely on your way. In fact, it is by the coast already. So that's probably the most eastward you can go, and Toftus is like south of Ravendal, and heads off to like at least 1 or 2 days travel from Ravendal, and it's on like a side of a mountain, and it has woods as well, named the Toftus Woods since it's beside Toftus. And he says, basically, although we don't know the exact location, the temple is around Toftus Woods.
Okay.
You can ask the village elder there, or
How to
anyone there
spell
to
the
be
place?
precise.
Sorry. How to
Toftus.
Haftus. Yeah. Fatas. Oh, Toftus. Alright, sorry. The village. Okay. The village. Alright, sorry. No, go ahead. That's the village, and then the temple is near there.
Now that's out of the way. Is there anything else? I would like to go back to my studies before I am asked to do service to rebuilding Alphalin.
I don't think there is much I thank you for your time, and yeah, the rest I'll ask
Thank you.
Arlen. Yep, thank you.
And three of you exit, and you see Arlen just like after you guys leave and close the door.
I know he's probably having noodle limbs right now. It's like,
Can we? Anyway, the runic section, yeah, the first rune. So he leads you to the library, leads you to the first rune, and you have the PDF of your own runic system. So, pick now. You have 5 runes available, which is like the ones you've made
7
so far.
But yeah,
7.
yeah.
Pick one that your character knows.
Okay.
And although to apply it, that will take a while though.
Yeah,
like,
that'll
to learn
take.
how to properly draw the rune.
Yeah, that'll take some hours. Besides, I haven't have much study in it, so maybe I'll need some studies.
You need a lot more.
All right, cool.
Yeah, basically.
So, first off, the very basic one. Let's see. The basic state. I will say right now I will apply the the dark vision ones.
Alright, that's good.
The one with dark vision. Alright.
Okay. Now we're gonna head over to Orin.
That's this. Yep.
Yay.
Alright.
Yay! So you're heading to the lowest platform?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm heading to the lowest platform. I am armored. I have my big hammer, and the letter say I should be looking for anything.
It just told you to wait in the lowest platform.
Then that's what I will do.
You wait. You actually didn't really have to wait. You see that a cloaked figure stands under. Basically, the lowest platform is the cemetery, and it is strangely enough, it's really isolated now. Like you don't see anyone. You only see this person that's cloaked and under the tree, and he spots you, and you see that he just stands and waits for you to get nearer.
Alright. I will get near.
As you get near, he nods and Orin Solson, and he just removes his like hood, and in your entire time working for the Sons of Thunder, this person would be someone you don't really expect to meet in like a while, especially in service to the Sons of Thunder. You recognize him as Vidar.
What?
Who has attended very few meetings of Sons of Thunder, but was there just to overseer.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, a god in presence! Oh man.
Oh wow. Wow.
He's speechless. Oh man.
I have, like I said, no words. I'm just going to say, so what brings you here?
Seriously?
Many things.
The first sentence you talk to your god is like it's like so
well,
casual.
Not necessarily his god.
Yeah,
but
I know.
A god nonetheless.
A god nonetheless.
Yeah. It just seems reasonable to ask. Like, why would a god come here?
Many things. You can't. Sorry, hold on.
I'm holding on.
There's a blips like of gods. It's just like hold on, and he's like communicating
My parents
through
entered the room. I'm sorry. So basically, many things brought me here. I'm pretty sure you know about the fire giant.
Yes, I know.
Ouch.
And Orin is just gonna rub the part on his neck where he got burned.
Well, I'm not here to speak of that. Moreover, I wish to speak about the general chaos in Midgard.
Yeah, Orin is all ears now.
I've been watching over you and your band of friends, acquaintances, or however you wish to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Orin, you are maybe or most likely the only one who has experienced the Draugr Crisis more than anyone I've seen, and it seems like you are well capable of handling it.
So, thank you for the vote of confidence.
Now, I wish to tell you that the Council of Asgard is trying their best to make sure this doesn't spread even more, but it's something that even troubles me. And I can't, and sadly enough, there simply isn't not enough gods to go around.
Mhm.
Especially what happened after Ragnarok. And I need your help.
Alright. Orange would say, alright, then what do you need help with?
Before that, I wish to tell you now that this has no relation to the Sons of Thunder, and you can't tell any of them what you're going to do.
Orange is suddenly suspicious.
Now, don't misunderstand me. I understand you're under their affiliation, but
Doggo!
let's see if Modi,
Yeah.
if
Hang on,
If
I
Modi-
gotta go handle
okay.
him. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
Interrupted by dogs from afar.
Yeah.
So Oren was like, I need to take care of this. And he grabs Mjolnir Jr. out. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, so, just curiosity.
Yeah.
Do I acquire the Ruin Scholar feat right now?
No, not now. You still
yet?
need to learn.
Alright, cool. So, later on. Nice.
Yeah, later on. Although can I just say on next level up, that's when you get it?
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's a feat, and I
Yeah.
think it will only be really good on a level up. It's not going to be ability improvement score
Yeah.
like replacement thing. You just get it next level.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Nice.
So it's just an added
Yeah.
feature to your level. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yay. Thanks. So, right now, since he's not back yet, with the study I'm doing, so can I have someone apply the ruin to me? Is that possible?
You need someone special for that, and as Arlen said, everyone is preoccupied.
Okay. Well, it's okay.
Although,
I learned that,
Yeah.
so I don't think you need to, with my description, the basic state, I can get it while I'm holding it. It's the awakened states and the invoked state that I can use. So right now it's probably just like sort of like a small magic items, a really really small one. Oh,
I'm back.
oh, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright, cool.
Yes, I know he just works, gets himself worked up.
alright.
Getting stoked.
So,
So, anyway, not enough gods to handle the stuff.
Yeah, the doggo.
Arin says, sorry, Vidar says,
Mm-hmm.
don't misunderstand me, but Modi is setting into motion that I don't necessarily agree with, but I see why he would do it.
Mhm.
Although there's just one specific thing that I need you to do that might go against Modi's interests.
Whoops.
What?
This is bad.
As you know, the Star Kingdom hasn't been doing very well. And there's a new ruler of the Star Kingdom. Second to the throne. The first of the throne has gone missing.
Mm-hmm. Oren will not admit to anything at this point. He's just going to listen.
And he says, and the second in line hasn't been exactly. Let's say he has been very disinterested with the current situation. Modi plans are to do something against the royal family of the Starks.
What
Although
does
he can't do it outright, he is planning something.
What does he plan to do?
Possibly install a new ruler to the throne, which is the most extreme example, since we do have a rule that says that we only have limited interactions with mortals.
Yeah.
Although, if you know your history, gods don't necessarily follow those rules.
Yes, I know my history very well.
And in fact, you could say I'm a hypocrite as I'm talking to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'll just nod. So
a lot
what
of
do
time.
you want me to do?
You see that a small, like, smirk just, like, comes to Vidar's face, and he just says, both you and I know something about within your band, and say it has relation to what I want you to do. All you need to do is stay with your group of friends. Protect them. Because eventually, this person will come back and do what she needs to do.
Yeah, alright, I will nod. I'm sorry, refresh my memory. This is which god?
Balder.
Vidar.
Vidar.
Vidar,
Sorry,
the silent god.
Vidar.
Okay. So he's a man.
He's the leader of the Asgardian Council, basically.
Yep, okay. Alright, so Fenrir, Avenger of Odin, silent god. He owns the sturdiest shoes in the world.
Sturdiest shoes.
Yeah, it literally says, I'm reading his profile right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Orin will nod. That he'll say, alright, I will handle that. So I will handle that. So just stay with my friends and protect them and everything will work out. Yes?
Should be.
Alright.
He looks like it's a very odd sight to see a god himself looking very tired in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If that makes sense.
It makes sense. This is a very trying time for everybody.
Yeah, although it's just a bit not a sight everyone would imagine or see.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Oren, like you were right, Oren was just looking at it, but he was just nodding. He's like, yep, I understand. I totally get you.
He says, well, I think it's only right for you to know what's been happening around Midgard. Pretty sure that despite what you know, there's still more things you should know. And like he turns around looking over like through the view of the sky and says this
Yeah.
you see, a part of the Sons of Thunder, people that are not going around and suppressing Draugr spawns, they are going to launch an attack in Hell.
Ooh, that sounds like
Helheim.
fun. That sounds like fun. Can I ask them? I'm gonna have to find those guys and ask them to delay that so I can join the party.
And he notices your eagerness to fight as well.
Yeah,
Helheim.
it's not really eager. Orange just like gets this look on his face. Like you can easily tell he's like, I gotta find a way to get in on this.
Yeah. And he just says, well, I understand what you want to do, but I rather have you not. I'm sure you know that Hell was the reason why Draugr spawned back then. Now, someone else is there. Something else.
Orange went to say, well then, I would think that it would behoove the Asgardian Council to know exactly what is hiding out in Hell and sending Draugr running around. if the old lady has returned or if some new power has taken her place, it would certainly be of great interest to know exactly who or what is down there.
That's why we're sending this force, not necessarily to attack, but to gain information.
Of course. Norin is going to answer, of course, but for every extra person you send, that means a greater chance that at least one person is able to return and report on what they saw.
Yes.
And if it is, in fact, Draugr with our number, I don't think anyone will complain if a few of them get smashed.
I see. He nods and says, well, I keep that in mind. But they still need preparations.
Of course. Like I said, of course, it will take time to get ready. Hell is no small challenge to invade. I mean, scout. Yes, that is what I meant to say.
He chuckles a bit and, well, invade, scout, words, same thing. And says that, base, and then he updates. Now he just talks about, he looks over to the west, the opposite direction, going back to where the Stark Kingdom should be, saying that, moreover about the Kingdom of Stark,
Mhm.
both the King and Queen have been killed.
What the fuck?
Orin is going to be Orin's just going to be stroking his chin thoughtfully, thinking, okay, so in the Kingdom of Stark, King and Queen are dead. Second in line is ruling right now.
I'm sure it doesn't take much deduction to realize what has happened.
Yeah, I know, and gods are planning an intervention, which will likely not be pretty.
Definitely.
Alright. Orin is sensing it might be time to split the party. Again.
Oh God! Anyway, he says,
So
and then he says, well, the general rule under the second heir hasn't been good for its inhabitants, its citizens.
Yeah, Orin said, don't. I think I can probably help with the stock problem. I have some thoughts. I will need to do some research of my own, and good thing I didn't leave Alfheim as quickly as I wanted to. But yeah, I think I can help with the stock problem, and then once that's solved, I would like to go down to Hell and see what's what.
And he nods and says, well, that would be of great help. I rather have mortals deal with mortal problems than gods dealing with mortal problems.
If something bad really is in Hell, it may soon expand beyond a mortal problem.
Exactly. I must leave. There are still other duties to attend to, especially in Asgard.
Of course, I cannot imagine the responsibilities that a god has.
Especially with what has happened between the Visir and the Aegir. Fudge, I have Esir and Vanir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say uniting them under one council hasn't. Let's say old problems have came back.
Of course they have. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yes. I really wonder how my brother has done this. And he looks back to the sky and looks at you, and he leaves you with a parting smile and says, although let's not talk about how the fire giant left. We'll not talk about that. And he goes off.
We should be thankful for that. Okay, so he's going to leave. Orin's going to wait for him to leave, and he's not going to run or show any outward signs of panic. He's just going to be very casually moseying on down to the library to find Civ.
Okay.
Because he thinks that's where she would be.
Yeah, with everyone else.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what he's gonna do.
Okay.
Cool. What now?
What now?
Exactly. What now? What do you guys want?
I already told you what Oran's doing.
Well, if like the screen, the camera moves back to Asker.
Yeah, it moves back to both of you. Yeah.
Yeah, then I will be talking with Arlen.
Arlen?
Yeah, talking with Arlen and gather the basic knowledge of all ruins that they can, let the outsiders view without anything else. And then I would like to grab a hold onto the ruins I was, they were given. So yeah. Oh, and I intend to ask about this, but I kind of forgot during the process. That is, since we are not constantly going back and forth, do Elflin have a system, to send remote research back and,
They do.
All right, cool. Like sending kind of a spell. So can I have at least one of that in order to, a way to communicate and send back what I found?
Yeah, Arlen has one of his own. It's a stone.
All right.
Not exactly a sending stone, but he demonstrates it. He puts paper with writing.
Nice.
And then there's another stone, as an example, puts it on the other paper. And he lights the rock itself has a symbol on it, and it lights up. And he puts it over the paper, scanning it almost, and the writing recreates itself on the other paper.
So advanced. All right, that's nice, and that also sends forward, rewards in the future, right? I was just asking them,
If you mean by rewards runic knowledge, on paper, yes, but not golds.
Definitely not golds. It's not
no.
It's not a boom tube or something.
It can't draw gold on paper, man.
Yeah. All right. So I grab hold of the basic ruins, and yeah, that's pretty much all the knowledge I acquire. And whoa, wait. So I can make a copy of what they have, commonly, right? The general knowledge of ruins, so I can identify them and how to, send them back.
You can copy that, yeah.
All right, cool.
But not the runes itself, because
Yeah,
the knowledge
definitely.
itself is kinda
Because it's I only get one, so yeah. I'm just gonna write down what I can have and just, put into my journals and all that. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put it in. And yeah, that's it for me, I guess, for now.
Yeah, at this point on, you see, and you enter the library. You see the librarian there, and she asks you, and then as she looks at you, the big, muscular person you are, you don't really expect these type of people to enter the library.
Yep.
But she doesn't really judge. She just asks, "Hello, yes. What would you need?"
She's going to say, "I am looking for someone. Is Siv Olsen, right?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Siv Olsen here?
Would that be with your
friends?
and then he just describes the general look of Asger, Arlen, and Siv.
Yes, that would be them.
Then they should be by the runic section. It's over there, and she points to the left corner of the library.
All right, thank you. And Oren is going to go. And the first hint you have that Oren is coming is the thump, thump, thump of him lumbering through the library.
Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, there's not a lot of people in the library, so you don't really get shushed. So most of them are too busy working.
And probably I can imagine the ones who do look up to Sish, like, shh, oh crap, I'm gonna just.
They're about to shush, and then they look at you and they're like,
Probably
okay,
not. Probably not the best idea.
probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
Exactly, probably not the best idea.
Alright.
Yeah, Oren is just right now. He's just lumbering up to you guys.
Okay, I just finished writing down, so I look up and I see Oren as like, oh, hi. So you finished your, well,
Yes.
whatever it is.
My meeting, and there's probably some bad news. I need to see if I would like to speak with you alone for a moment.
And she nods and says, well, okay. And she closes the book, whatever book she's been reading, puts it back on the shelf, and you guys go off to a more isolated part of the library.
Yep. I am. Did Asger or anybody else follow me?
Well, no. Like
Probably not.
you specifically said like Civ, then yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just going to say.
be rude.
Yeah, I'm going to say. See if I'm going to get straight to the point. The person who sent me the message was Vidar, the god, the seventh god.
And she do you actually you imagine anyone would be surprised with meeting a god, but it seems like Tiv doesn't look that surprised at all.
Because it's Oren. He met God and got Mjolnir Jr., so it's not very surprising.
And she did also meet a god. She met the goddess more specifically. And now the thing is, I'm not too sure how to roleplay this out because it's Civ, right? So
Alright, well,
let's say that this interaction happens, but once like Civ comes back, we'll just replay it, and then
exactly.
if ever that makes sense, yeah.
Alright.
So we'll just skip it. Let's say like time skip from the conversation, and then both of you come back, and then we'll just we'll replay it once Civ comes back.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so everyone is in the library. So what do you guys want to do?
Oh, at the moment I was talking to Arlen about how, the system that's through the private message I sent you just a while ago. So I was talking to him, so I guess he will describe me like a wall of ruins, usually how they find the ruins. It's through Discord, so if you give it a look. Yeah. Is that okay? Just to provide you ideas.
Definitely.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about
Arlen,
Go ahead.
Arlen explained that runes were definitely a powerful tool before Ragnarok, and that practitioners of runes, runic magic, usually lived in isolation back in the past, like you monks almost, if that's a proper term, hermits, and that they would have their own sects, their own temples, that kind of thing, and they would inscribe their knowledge into the ruins or temples themselves, and usually to get the best understanding, you have to find the primal rune. Which basically means it's the perfect symbol, the perfect rune of that, and that's how you learn. Because you can, it's hard to learn because with runes you have to comprehend it, right? And you more often than not, the symbols that are basic are incomplete, so you need to look for that primal rune.
Yeah. So
makes sense. So you usually find those in the most the deepest part of temples, caves, wherever it may be.
So as Arlen is describing this, and I guess he will talk about how the primal runes are inscribed onto the walls, kind of like once you stand into the circle, when someone who knows the knowledge, so the rune will will flare up, and the energy of the rune will flow through whoever stands there, and that's how one acquired the knowledge of the whole thing. So I'm really intrigued at that point. It's like, okay, interesting. Right. So
All right. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
yeah, that's about it. I was like seeing Oren came back with Civ. I was like, everything okay? You guys look a little bit pale.
Yeah. Moran is going to say, he's going to say, things are not okay, but it can wait. For now, at least, it can wait.
Okay. Good news is I've got what I needed. I strike a deal with Viren, and
Yep.
we made a deal, and I think I'm all set. Just before we leave, I need to go see whatever it is on the market to prepare ourselves for our journey. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys. I assume everyone's together at this point.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are now. There's not really a market because at this point it's more of handling rations and
Yes.
things like that. And Alflin is more of like an academy sort. So it's the only people that are there are students, not really citizens. So
Okay.
and although there's a small part of town which is where people that aren't students live in, but they don't exactly have much, but they do have a market. So
All right.
you can get basic stuff, rations, rope, that kind of thing. So
Alright.
what do you guys wanna get?
I was thinking like healing potions, but since you said it's all basics, so I guess there's not. Then I'll just get some rations for the journey.
Yeah, how many
Yeah.
rations?
Probably because I don't know how long. I'm gonna get an extra of 5 days rations.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So how much?
25 silver pieces. That's 2 gold, 5 silver.
All right. I'm gonna pay for that. So.
And as you guys may show yourselves in the market, you see a familiar face. You see Galen, walking around, and yeah, he's not locked up due to treason anymore. So, he sees all of you, and says, actually, it seems like he needs to tell you something. He tells you, well, if you excuse me, but Delaria would like to have a meeting with all of you.
Okay. Right now.
Yes, if you are, looks like you are planning to leave, so she
All right.
wouldn't want you to stay here any longer.
Okay.
Alright, makes sense.
Yeah. So I
And
follow. We follow, I guess.
you go to the higher platforms of the city, going off to probably the side, and it seems each arbiter has like their own like really small platform, and you go to Zalaria's basically, and it's like basically around like a house that's basically more, how do you say this? It's taller, like the height is longer than its length, so it's like rectangle. Like, actually, how do you describe this? I'm sorry, my descriptive. Man, it's been a while since I DM. The description's hard to pin down, but basically, it's a long house just going upward, like having floors, but like it's very small, like width-wise, and it's made out of marble, and it has like pillars and you see like inscriptions of elven,
Okay.
like elven designs, stuff like that, like leaves and that kind of thing. And there's like magic light, like lamps going all around the house, and you see Zelaria is waiting outside, like what seems to be like a very small patio. Seems like where you guys are going to meet. Zelaria just stands up, like, and says, and she bows and says, "Thank you for taking your time. It seems like you wish to leave. It's just good thing Galen has catched you before you left."
So what's the emergency?
Not really emergency, but I just wish to tell you about the whole thing with Ashera.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And she gestures to the table, says, Although this might take for a few minutes, I don't wish for you to stand.
Okay.
Okay.
We sit at the chairs provided, I guess.
Now, sadly, with everything that has happened, the council is in conflict. Is in very much conflict.
Mm-hmm.
There are two sides that hold very different goals in mind for Alflin, and it is perpetuated by the Draugr, as you could say.
Okay. So.
And although Asher is under investigation for what he has done to
Mm-hmm.
Orin, and she points towards you, and
Mhm.
my apologies once again, behalf of the council and Alflin.
Or just gonna shrug and wave it off. He's like,
Shrug.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Well, Asher will most likely end up being investigated and being exiled from Alflin. If investigations stay right. If not, then she'll stay in the council.
Alright.
Now, although that is just the information I wish to tell all of you, I simply cannot allow you guys to leave unrewarded for your actions.
Oh. Okay.
I thought you were just gonna say I cannot allow you guys to leave.
Yeah, I was like, final.
allow you to-
Yes, I can't let anyone else alive. You're loose ends.
And she says, "Well, it's only fair as what you have done for Alflin, and what has Alflin done to you, and both an apology and a reward,
Nice.
and a personal thank you from me. As if you weren't here, things would have been very bad, very, let's say, dangerous for Alflin and elves, the elven generation.
That is true.
Now, please." And then she stands up. She enters the house, and please come in.
All right. We follow her towards the in-house, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. And she says, "Well, I can't just simply allow you to leave without rewards, as I said, and I can't give you gold, but I can give you something else." And she goes to a small room.
Okay. And what? Are we going to be generating our treasure?
Ooh.
Treasure or no?
Hold on, as opens the door,
Mhm.
and she has magic items within this room.
Oh.
And
Save
she
chest
says,
identify. I want to know what they do.
hold on. She says, "You may take one of each. And now, for everyone here, one item immediately catches your eye, and you guys get to pick your own magic item."
Okay.
Okay.
One item that immediately catches our eyes. Interesting.
Basically, I'm just saying you just pick your own magic item, and that's yours.
Seriously?
That's what.
Oh man. Like for real?
Basically, I'm not generating it. You guys can pick.
Anything? Damn.
No, hold on. And I mean, like anything from the variety I'm setting it in. Hold on, let me finish. Okay.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna get anything. Ooh.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna
I
get
saw
a
the deck
legendary-
of many things over there. I'm just gonna grab it.
Oh God, no! Please no! Please no!
Actually, Dwarven Lords, I will take that artifact off your hands.
Yeah.
So you know what? I won't downplay what you guys done, and honestly, you guys can get one rare item, one rare magic item. So
Nice. All right.
Ooh.
Time to choose. Rare.
and then once Steve and Adrian comes back, they get
They
one.
get to pick
Adrian, I'm
one.
gonna give Adrian a different reason because he isn't here.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm very tempted to take Ring of Resistance.
Oh, is that? Oh, that can make you resistance to psychic as well.
Yeah.
Covering your.
Yeah, cover all my bases when I'm raging.
Rage.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check. This is the hard part. Magic items by rarity. Alright.
Potion of super giant strength.
Yeah. Probably not, because it's like super giant strength. It's
You know what? All things considered, I would probably take the Mantle of Spell Resistance.
ooh.
And
That's
give myself
pretty
an
nice.
advantage on saves against spells while I wear it.
So yes, Aaron, you see this cloak off to the side, like that just catches your eye for some reason, and Zalaire explains it as the mantle of spell resistance, saying that spells will, let's just say, it will practically make you harder to hit, and spells will have a harder time affecting you.
Okay, that sounds good. That is mine now.
And she just grabs the cloak, hands it over to you, and says, "Well, for a fighter of your stature, this will be very helpful."
Yes, it will. Thank you.
Of course, anything to help. And about Asger, what's the thing that catches your eye? I see a tentacle. I mean,
What? What, a tentacle? What are you talking about? No.
no.
Hold
You get
on.
a statue that turns into a little animal.
Yeah, no, probably not that. I'm just checking one thing. Just give me a sec. Sorry. Oh, so I have to choose from Ring of Resistance. Yeah. I thought there is something that I can use. I'm not gonna take forever. So, do they have? Wait, Belt of Giant Strength. It's just Heal Giants.
Hill Giant makes it 21.
All right. I guess I will take that. Hold on. Let me check. I'm like a mice in, what's the old saying goes? I can't remember. I'm just like having difficulty choosing. Oh my god.
Actually, hang on. Can I switch my item?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then I would like to switch Mantle Spell Resistance for Darren's Instant Fortress.
Holy shit.
It's a rare item.
Yeah, I know.
Where is it?
It's in the D section of the magic item list in the DM's guide.
What does this do?
You chuck the little cube on the ground, say the command word, and it turns into a 20 foot by 20 foot by 30 foot fortress.
Basically, you
that's
can.
So cool.
Basically, you can smash your enemy with the fortress. It's like.
If it's inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, I see. This could be like a grenade.
Yeah.
10 actually, I was thinking more like, since we're going outside of the whole walls of Alphen into a place overrun by Draugr, this could help. We get a roof over our heads.
Definitely.
We have arrow slits, giving us superior cover. We have a tower to climb up and look at the sun. It is immune to knock spells and similar magic. So I will take it.
Well, man, if it was just me, I would make this like a grenade.
Yeah.
If it was me personally.
Just grenade it all the way.
Or I can just like make the tower pop up outside of a wall, and we can just literally walk up and walk over the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
man.
too.
Its utility depends on your imagination.
Yes.
I love it. You know what?
I will take that.
You get like this cube, and then you see Zalaria like, interesting. It's a very interesting choice. I don't have much use for it as I am here, but I'm sure as adventurers like you'll have a lot of use for it.
Yeah. All right.
Wow, we're gonna have some fun moments with that instant fortress. I'm telling you now.
That is
Yeah,
gonna
wow.
be one really dead monsters. Anyway.
So,
Shinmu.
Sorry, my bad. You know what? We can proceed, but I'm just looking at the. Let me just take a look at.
So
what,
you get something. You get
Yeah.
something. So
Yeah. So I get something. I'll get back to you later on what I get. Sorry. It's
Okay.
gonna take a while.
it's fine. It's fine.
I wasn't expecting this.
I love giving giving players good stuff, man.
Nice.
It's fun. Makes you feel like heroes, kinda.
Yes.
That's what you feel. So, you guys leave, taking your rewards respectively, and you see Gallon that like nods and just says, despite everything that has happened, I hope we will see you again.
Lauren says, you might. It depends on where the roads of fate take us.
He nods, and like Zelaria nods as well, saying, "May your journey be good for all of you."
Mm-hmm.
May we not run into anyone else who wants to alter our memories.
Oh,
I'm
not
still sore
really
about
nice.
that.
She nods and says, "Yes, especially that."
Yeah.
So goodbye, and like you guys go off, and you guys take the elevator going down. See, throughout the whole thing, actually, it inspired not really inspired, but more of you see that some students actually did leave as well, leaving the academy. To do their own thing. Some left out of fear, some left of believing,
Mhm.
like Arlen, that there's just other ways to learn. And hold on.
What have we done here? What have we done? Gosh, I know exactly what I did. I stick the fire giant on the
Yeah, you set free of a roaming monster. Well, we ended it, so it's pretty nice, I guess. We helped in our own way.
My parents keep entering the room without knocking.
Oh, I get that.
Okay,
feeling.
anyway.
This just
Anyway.
it's
Anyway, so you guys are going off. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. So anyway, you guys go on the road, and next town you guys are going is Ravendal. So and
we might not. That might not be where. Depending on how the conversation between Civ and I goes, that might not be where we go.
Yeah, where are you
Oh,
guys
okay,
going? That's the question.
Yeah, like I said, whether they go to Ravendale or whether they go to the Starks is. So what happens?
out of character, what I told Civ is that she needs to get stronger before she makes even an attempt to reclaim her rightful place. So
Yeah.
depending on her, most likely, from what I've told her, she will probably just suggest that go to Ravendal first, if ever. I'm not sure what Civ would say.
Yeah. So.
So for now, let's say it is this, and if something different happens, we'll retcon it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Alright, to Ravendale. I mean, if necessary, you can always have some NPC wizard come in and barbarian duo come in and take Civ's place.
Yeah.
It's in my
Yeah.
place, so we don't know. Alright.
Yeah. And I'm going to cry as the party has been split, but it's okay.
That's fine.
That's totally fine.
We might split the party in ashes, so I'm ready.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Robin already knows. I've already spoken with about him and Sal. I sent him a suggestion about him and Sal, so.
Yeah,
Okay, so you guys are on the road, and
we are.
takes 2 days to get to Ravendal, not too far. You guys make it past to the other side of the border, the force field. They let you through easily. And you guys head to Ravendal, and you see great, like, 2 mountains off to the left and to the right, and a river in the middle. So this is a valley, and you see Ravendal is built into the mountains beside this river heading off to the sea, and you see that as well. There's at least like the mountains serve as like a natural wall
Mm-hmm.
for the city itself, and you guys walk closer and closer to Ravindal, and you see that most, if not a lot, actually, yeah, just most of the city is
Mm-hmm.
built within the mountains to the side, and you see that more of like things that need to be outside, farms, fishery, the harbor for the river is built on the valley, on the riverside, while everything else is more built into the mountain, and you see that um, there's a bunch of, you see that seems like the Draugr Crisis as well has affected this town as well, seeing that a lot of them you see that there's a lot of like dwarven guards going around wearing very heavy armor, like patrolling around, and you see that on the road you're on there's this huge gate that heads into one of the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that in familiar to whole gate, especially you, Zach, that
Mhm.
it seems like they are filtering people in and filtering people out, so they are only taking different people. You see that they're denying some people while others are being let in, and yeah, you're in line. And is there anything you want to do before you wait for the line and talk to the guard?
So let me just get this straight. So surrounding, it's a busy like street basically. Is there anything that catches my eyes, like any sign of I don't know what danger, or maybe anything that warns me not to proceed?
Roll perception, sure.
All right, I'm gonna roll for perception. 10. Oh,
That's fairly.
I have luck because I leveled up. So yeah, you know what? No, I'm not gonna waste it. Not gonna waste it.
Yeah,
What do I see?
I mean,
Anything?
it's a crowd, and
Yeah. Nothing too.
nothing much.
Okay.
Nothing that would expect danger, especially what have you seen? It's just people thus
Okay.
far, and
Then that is good. I mean, yeah.
you wait in line, and you said, and then you see a dwarf, like a very tired old dwarf, like seeing as like this is probably like the latter part of his shift, losing energy and whatnot. He has a clipboard, and it's like, all right, state your business.
Well, traveling adventures.
Adventurous. Okay, so you're not one of those villagers that are running away from the drug areas. We can't hold. We can't hold anymore.
Do we look like someone who's running away from danger? I just show him what I have. I have a spear in my hand and shield by my side and full body armor. And my crew is also,
I'm just going to say, we do not run from Draugr. Draugr run from us.
Yep.
All right. Weird flex, but okay. So, anyway, well. That's good. You see, would you be willing to render your services, local king?
Of course.
Why not?
All right. Then you get special entry. Okay. So, right now, you're going to have to pay for the inns, because for the others, that's the refugees, they're not currently paying as they don't have the means to. But it seems like you have gold in your pouch, so you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, alright, if you wish to ask for a job or ask for any of the services that they need, you can talk to any of the local taverns. They will lead you to the local embassy for the dwarves, or for the king.
By the way, has there been sightings about Draugrs and dangers around the area?
A lot. As you can see, and he points towards the line.
Uh-huh.
Yes, there's been a lot. Now I can't answer every question I have. You can go through. I have other people to go through.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright, now he hands everyone a paper of authorization that you can be here, things like that. Basically a pass, and you guys are known as adventurers, so your services can be rendered for help.
Yep.
Alright, please enter, and the door opens and it closes, and you guys are in the mountain seeing you see, how do I say this? You see that unlike Alflin, this is a more like dull, a very more dull city, as everything whether is more built on stone, and majority of it is stone, and like the more luxurious buildings could be made out of wood, but more of it has been on stone,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that everything is more like more square, more edgy in a way, as they don't really round things off. And this definitely has more of a dwarven influence more than anything. And you see, actually, there's statues of in the middle of the city. You see like a big stone statue of what seems to be a dwarven king,
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Interesting.
and you see like you see the city's definitely crowded. You see your fair share of people asking for change on the street. You see local merchants trying to sell their goods, and it seems like Draugr haven't affected this place much, except outside of people coming back in. But so far,
Yeah.
it looks like there's no damage to the town, like just going off for a normal day.
Yeah.
Mm.
But people look scared, right? Like
Yeah,
with the
somewhat,
refugees.
but it's less. It's less noticeable, less obvious, because like the people inside the town haven't really seen much of Draugr. It's only the guards themselves that have been, because they made an effort to make sure that they extinguish all Draugr before they go near the town at all.
Okay. That's harsh, the environment. But yeah, at least people seems secured. That's a good sign. And
And sorry, hold on.
Go ahead.
So you see that actually Orion, you see small statues and symbols of Magni and Modi around the town.
Okay, good. Orin immediately feels at home.
Yeah. This is basic history that everyone would know. Legend has it that the valley that Ravdal is like built on used to be a mountain, but
Oh.
with the fight between Magni, Modi, and an orc god of war and orc goddess of destruction,
Mm-hmm.
Magni trying to end the fight just split the mountain in half, big enough for the sea itself to make a river into the mainland, and the mountain making it a valley. That's the legend.
Whoa. Wow.
And for reference, the orc god of war, known as Skurja, and the orc goddess of destruction is Hota.
Wait, God of War? Wait, what are you talking about? I heard that guy named Kratos. What are you talking
shut-
about?
Wow, it's Kratos! Oh! Anyway,
Okay.
these orc gods have been put down by the gods. Basically, the
Oh, okay.
the title god is very questionable and debatable,
Mm-hmm.
but they were more powerful than regular orcs. Basically,
Yeah. The true God of War is not here yet. Just
Okay.
saying.
the true god of war. Basically, so.
Mm.
Yeah, so you see that Magni and Modi are very worshipped, very praised within the city as people that, it's how their city was founded.
Yeah, true.
Alright.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess for now we just look around and see if there's any, place to stay first. Like usually when you go to
Yeah.
this first town, the new town, you spot for taverns and such. Yeah, so that's what I'm
You
searching.
can match the local guard. There's three major that are relatively free. There's a step from Toftus.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll just put it in a step from Toftus, the Splitting Inn, and the Valkyrie's Ring.
The Valkyrie's Ring. Okay.
Wing. And they just told you all three are fairly good taverns. They would say a step from Toftus has better food. The Splitting Inn is more of like a the thing about the Splitting Inn, it has its own it has its own fighting circle. So
Okay.
in middle of the inn itself, where dwarves can fight or humans can fight, while the Valkyrie's Wing is more of like a more gentler inn, a more like a place that you want to sleep and rest. It's like they have probably the best rooms out of all the three.
But they gotta be the most expensive one, right?
Yeah.
Not depends if how you look at it, because a step of Toftus from Toftus probably has you spend more money on food, while the Valkyrie's Wing you spend more money on the rooms. Although it's up to you what you prioritize. So
Well, what do you think? I turn around and ask Oren and the others. I would assume Civ would want better food, or
Yeah,
better stay,
better
I guess.
room.
Better
Yeah.
stay.
So I'm almost tempted by the fighting pit. Just a chance to work something off.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, then if that's the
And we split
place.
the party.
Yeah, everyone splits again, and we all died. No, but
yeah.
for now, I guess since the Valkyrie's Wing have the best room, so we'll spend time there. I guess.
Alright.
We can
So, is
order.
everyone
We can
going-
order takeout from the Splitting Inn, for food and such. But yeah,
All right.
you gotta live in
yeah.
a better place.
All right,
Okay,
we will-
so where's the first place we're going? The Valkyrie Swing?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
going there. To
Alright.
leave place our stuff in a better place. Yeah, before we go explore the town and such.
Okay, so you go you follow the guard's direction, telling you to go to more of the Valkyrie Swing is placed more nearer to the center of the town, or the center of this mountain of the town. And this is one of the buildings that's built on wood rather than stone, and using rather stone corners instead. So you guys go in and you see like a symbol of a wing that's very well detailed, attached to the back of a woman that's blonde and has a Valkyrie's helmet, and it's
Right.
definitely one of the Valkyries.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Thrud is the name, image of Thrud. So
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, so you guys enter the inn, and there's like you see a bard, like a human bard, just playing a lute, playing very acoustic, very not really more music that's more on the lighter side, more lighthearted and more slower than anything else. And you see that there's definitely a few people here, and they seem to be more of the well-off sort, or well-off sort in the meaning that they don't want to fight. They want to talk and enjoy a nice drink.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
you see, I'm a fairly old woman. She sees you, and there's like, hello, darlings. Well, please come in. Please.
Hi there. We walk in.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. So, we would like, rooms for our team.
Of course. And she she sees Arlen, she sees Civ, and so four of you, and it's like, well, would you like to have a room for each, or would you like to share a room?
Well, how much does it cost for one room? How much does one room cost so we can, assess?
Well, and she she goes over to her keys and stuff, and says, it depends on the room you want, dearie, and says if you wish to have a room for two, that will be 5 gold.
5 gold.
Well,
for
the
one.
more
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
how we usually have our room. So if you want the more better rooms, that would be a gold. 1 piece of gold, darling.
1 piece of gold. Okay. So better rooms for 1 piece of gold, and all right. So there's 5 of us, so 5 gold. Sounds okay to me.
Hmm.
What about you guys? Is that okay?
Concur. Yep.
All right, cool. I make sure everyone in the team, is okay with it,
Yes.
and I pay the, I pay the money.
Wait, are you guys 5 or 4?
With Arlen, it's 5, right? Oh, sorry.
Adrian is
Yeah,
not
Adrian is not here, so 4.
Adrian
My bad.
is off doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
he's off
Yeah.
wandering. Never
So
return.
4 gold. So,
Yeah, 4 gold.
well, thank you, darlings. And then
Yeah.
he just puts it back into the pouch and says, "It seems like you are adventurers, travelers, yes?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are. Sharp eyes.
Please, I haven't heard news along from the outside. What's been happening?"
Oh,
Does she really want to know?
I look at her and I was like,
I know.
yeah.
Well, I know about the Draugr theory, but I need details.
Okay, so we've been to, several towns, and some of them are, well, for lack of a better word, invaded by the Draugirs.
Of course.
Yep, and that's hence the large amount of groups that are on their way escaping to here. I mean, that's basically. Varkstead, we helped defend it, and we fend off some of the Draugirs, managed to, grant them some certain peace for at least a little while. And we came from Elfland, and those places are, well, let's just say they are not immediately invaded, but they also have some issues they have to deal with. So yeah, and our journey led us here.
It's been a trip.
Ah,
Yes.
she looks very impressed, like saying, "Well, you guys are adventurous." And then she's definitely of the different sort. And she just
What do you mean
And,
by
you see-
different sort?
a cut above the rest theory.
Okay.
And she just she looks around and then, well, it's just been hard lately as I have been rejecting multiple families that have been looking for a place to stay as they didn't have any money left for the rooms.
Well,
Things have been tough.
yeah. Business is business. I totally get it.
Yes, and if I start letting people come for free, then all the other refugees will come here, and I won't be able to say no.
Yes.
Hmm.
True.
Good to say no while you can.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yes, and things have been very hard.
You know what? I just gently led her to the side with my team, and I was like,
Yeah.
it seems like you were trying to say something, maybe a request for us. You know what?
Well, it's not a request, but it's actually it's not a request, but she motions you to come closer and
Yep.
says, "You see, the king hasn't been doing much lately, dearies. It seems like the king has been inactive for a while."
Okay. So how
Like-
does that? Let's just put it this way. We have our skill sets that can deal with certain kind of troubles. Sadly, dealing with kings, it's
No, it's not that. I'm not asking you
yes.
something to the king. I just wish to tell you so you know how things are, and if anyone talks about the king, you wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. So
Well,
the
for
king
all
is
the years-
inactive.
yeah.
How exactly?
Well, basically, it's ever since the Draugr Crisis has started, everything that's just happened is sure we have heightened security, but nothing else has been done. It's been left to us, the people, to figure out what's happening. Like he hasn't hasn't paid for the inns to pay in for the refugees. Hasn't taken up any measures, that kind of thing. It's scary. We haven't heard any announcements, talks. We're just left in the dark, dearie.
Maybe he's busy dealing, defending you guys, issuing armies, sending
I
out
wish
patrols.
that were the case. I really do, but it's been such a time and strange because I've been here for my whole life, and the king wouldn't be this silent.
You know what? I would like to do an insight check on her.
Yep, go ahead.
Just to see if she's,
That's a good insight check.
yeah, thanks. First good roll in the night.
You think she's just scared, nervous, uncertain, just
Okay.
emotions that are just there, and whether or not it's truth or false, she's just scared about it.
Okay.
And
She
that's
believes
just
that's the
general idea.
case. So most.
yeah, she believes that's the case, and just says, but luckily we have adventurers like you to help us with these kinds of things. But it's just scared. That's
I
one of our
totally understand.
symbols,
Mhm.
the king. It's not really reassuring us. Sorry for talking about this. I don't have anyone to talk to and talk to anyone else about it, especially the dwarves. They will, say words against if you dishonor their king.
Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? Since we're in town, if we can help in some way, preferably with a contract. After all, a man's gotta eat. Do you know any place we can, acquire such a contract?
Well, I would suggest go to the embassy. That's where you can find quests or contracts of the sort that
Mhm.
they need help with. And, well, the thing with contracts is that people need to pay for them to get up, so maybe you can just ask around, maybe.
Mhm.
Usually the splitting inn is a good place to ask to see if anyone can help. That's where most often or not people would go to for a drink and for talk.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Thanks for the input. And well, I assume there's no sightings of Draugrs lately around the area, of course, or anything else.
Not at all.
Okay. Anything else interesting you would like to share? I mean,
Well,
if that's it, I totally understand. It's still alright.
that's just it for me. I'm just the Draugr. The whole Draugr crisis has been taking a toll on this old woman.
It's alright. You know what? We will see what we can do, and hopefully we can offer our help before we move on.
And then
Yeah.
she nods and then goes back to work. And so, what are you guys going to do now?
I will check the splitting in first, then maybe the embassy. Since we, with Arlen, alongside us, I do know where, the Ravnendale's, the ruins where it is, right? I was given
Yeah,
a
you
map
know where it-
and all that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I will ask around, just not too blunt, more subtly ask around about sightings, anything interesting, and if there's no signs of oddity or impending danger, maybe I'll just go there.
Are you gonna look for people within the inn or just in the city in general?
Within the splitting inn, since the tavern lady said it's a good place to start, so
Yeah. Okay. So everyone's going to the inn then. Orin, you're going to the splitting inn.
Yep.
all right.
All right. So as you guys walk down to a more different part of the town, you see that this place is a lot more crowded, like way more crowded,
Mhm.
and you see that the first thing you hear when you enter the tavern is like, "Woohoo!" and someone just tosses someone over the pit, and it hits, and they roll up beside you. It's like, "Why you piece of shit?" And he jumps back into the pit.
Okay.
And you see like everyone is drinking, everyone is like
Fighting.
tossing, and then there's a betting table. People are tossing silvers and coppers, and there's like, "My bet's on the one with the axe," and like that kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Oren is right. I think you should bet on the one with the hammer.
Yeah. So I look at Oren. I know he's angst and flexing.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Oren is-
go ahead, do your thing.
All right. Oren will do that. He's just going to run. He's going to leap head first. Well, actually, he's going to leap feet first into the pit and swinging his hammer, and just roaring battle cries.
Yeah.
all right, well, I'll describe your fight later. I'll just like wait. Are you gonna go for information?
Yeah, I am. I am
Okay,
gonna
roll
look
for
around.
investigation.
All right, cool.
Oren will distract him.
Whoops.
Distraction.
I'm gonna use luck. Damn it.
Okay.
Yes. 21. 21.
And you see off to the side, like you see a lot of different interests, and but the first interest that here right now, and the nearest one is right near the betting table, and then it's someone just saying like you see both a human and dwarf like drinking, and then they seem to be of like you look at their hands, it's very well calloused, really well worn, and you see like lad, like you see them speak loudly. They don't like. It seems like they're drunk. They're not really hiding their words, and they just say like, "Come on, lad, we have to do the same. If the other dwarves just continue to do what they're doing, we will be out of business." This, and then,
All right.
like, the humans just.
I'm just quietly standing in the back, hearing this. Anything
And the
else?
human, a bit more sober, just says, "We can't. Come on, man. You know we can't do that. It's illegal. We can't do it. Like the moment we do something that the king's guard will come down our doors and like take us out and put us out of business anyway." And the dwarf just like, "So what? Every other dwarf is doing it. Every dwarf smith is doing it. Doesn't matter."
Well, I'm gonna gingerly walks near them and just like, so doing what exactly?
And like you see the dwarf is like, "Ah!" and he like falls off his chair. It's like, "Oh, don't do that!" And then he
Don't
just gets
worry,
off,
sir. I'm just a guy who just enters this town. Saw this great fight. You can see my comrade there is already flexing, and
No, he's already in the pit.
yeah, he's already in the pit.
right now.
Yeah.
Or in describe, I won't lie. There's gonna be no opponent that can stand against you. So
Alright.
just describe what you're doing now, just for the sake of the scene.
Basically, what Oren did when he leapt headfirst into the pit, he grabbed the nearest guy and he knocked him out in a very showy display to attract everybody's attention.
And then when you knock him out, they're like, "Oh my God! Look at that hulking beast of a man!"
And then Oren he just holds his arms out and says, "Come at me all at once. It's got to be a fair fight, yes?"
And then everyone's looking at the betting table, and then it's like, "Fight, fight, fight, fight!" And then like they change the signs quickly, and then like the big dude, and then everyone else, and then everyone starts betting, and then it's like, "My bet's on the big dude," and then the other one's like, "No, our dwarves are strong. They'll take this man down." And then like everyone just gets into their betting phase. Yeah.
What Oren is going to do, he's just actually going to sling his hammer into the loop on his belt. And then he's
Alright.
going to like the first dwarf that
Fist
comes
fight!
near him.
All right.
The first dwarf that comes near him, he knocks him out with a punch.
Oh, I'm gonna
Grabs the
bet.
dwarf.
I'm gonna place bet on Oren.
Oh,
Just like,
okay.
yeah, a
How
winning
many-
bet.
how
Why
many
not?
money?
10, I guess. 10 gold pieces.
And whoo, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
So
Oren is going to
Is he-
grab a dwarf by one of them just drunk enough punch by the ankles and just use him as a makeshift club.
Whirlwind!
They just start using him to smack people, and when he gets knocked unconscious, he just tosses him to the side, grabs the next guy, and just repeats.
Nice.
and then there's like, and then like you see the dwarf is just like mouth open, and it's like, "That's your friend."
Yeah.
And
That
then
is
she's
my
just
friend.
like, "You adventurers are crazy." And then they're just like, he gets another like, he like chugs the entire mug he has, and then it's like, yeah, it's just tough lately, you know. Like all the dwarven smiths are breaking the silent code. It's just not fair anymore.
The
And then,
silent
like,
code.
At that point, like, you see, like, someone gets thrown on the table. From
Yeah.
the pit, and then Ord climbs out of the pit, grabs him by the ankle, and drags him back.
And then,
No,
like,
get
Dwarf
away
tries to
from
hold onto
me!
the table.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to go. And then you just drag him back. It's like, ah! And then the guy, and then like just like it's a code of smiths around here, laddie. All smiths know they're not supposed to create magic weapons.
Why not? That is totally
There's-
unfair.
No, it's a thing, laddie. Ever since the Treaty of Stark, no man is supposed to create a magic weapon.
But I'm sensing a but right here.
It's just that dwarves are just thinking, since it's the Draugr Crisis, they go back to making magic weapons, when the whole point of not making magic weapons is so that no nation can have a whole crew of magic weapons so that they can kill other peoples without magic weapons, if you get what I mean. And then it's just,
I totally get what you mean, but circumstances with Draugr reappearing, I don't see
yes,
why not.
I understand that, but they're doing it, and then all the other dwarves are not getting any business because everyone's just buying from the guy that has magic weapons.
Well, why don't you guys build something? You guys know how to craft. I heard all dwarven smiths are really good at, you know.
It's more than that, laddie. It's an honor of code. Your word for not making magic items for the treaty. If you break that, then what else can you break? Before you know it, you could say I sacrificed children to make this sword.
That is true. Hasn't the
I
king
understand
done
what you
anything
mean,
with it? I mean,
No, he has done nothing, lad. He's just making sure that security's all around and nothing's been happening.
okay. I'm kind of thinking. Asker is kind of thinking right now. The king definitely behaves oddly, and though I don't know how the king should behave, it doesn't sound proper. You know.
The human that's more like sober just chimes in for a bit, saying, "Yeah, although kind of exaggerating it, yes, the king hasn't really done much back then. He would like." There was a bandit problem with orcs, and then he made a whole speech about it, saying that the orcs will pay and all of that. But now there's been lately no speeches at all. You know, no meeting, no like public decree and all that. Then he just sips on his mug.
Interesting.
And then the dwarf is just like, well, whatever. It's not like the king cares. Maybe we should just make magic items. Maybe I should throw away my entire code of honor just so that I don't lose my business.
Well, I do believe code is important at some time, but there is also a code you have to honor, a code to live, a code to support your family. Which one takes priority?
Well, see, maybe I'll just become a fighter for all I know it in the pit. And then he looks at the pit, it's like, nah, I don't think I'll be a fighter.
Probably not a best idea you have.
And I said, alright, that's it. And then you see by the end of this conversation, you see everyone gets knocked out, and everyone is just surprised at Orin's natural strength, and you see that one of the dwarves comes up to you and saying, alright, here's your betting gold, and then you doubled your money.
Yay! 20 gold! Nice.
And then you see a dwarf like going down the pit, tapping you on the, like he's an official, he's tapping you at the leg.
Mhm.
And then mister?
Yes?
No, not you, I mean Orin.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, okay, Orange going to say yes.
You're a great fighter and all, but there's no one at your level, so it won't be entertaining.
Orange going to just disappointed and say, alright, yeah, I understand. Then next
Good.
time, you can, next time I'll wait, and when there's more of you, I'll handle it. It'll be all on one thing again.
Well, there's one guy I know, but he's not around.
Yeah.
Well-
then that hasn't really helped me. Alright.
Yeah, and then like you get off the pit, and everyone's like, "All right, everyone, who wants to be the second best in the pit?" And then everyone's like, "Me," and then everyone goes back into fighting.
Okay, good.
Oh man.
And then yeah, and then Asger, you see at least more people around, like 2 more table of interest that seem to be talking about different from the rabble of the usual lot. So one is like there's like 2. Oddly enough, there's actually 2 dragonborns talking like off to the side, and they're
Okay.
drinking as well. And to the right, you see very out of place 2 women actually within this bar. Very out of place, despite how masculine you could say it is. So
Okay. So yeah. Well, I am just listening. One of them is what the fuck. Yeah. All right. Well, actually, I finish up hearing all the conversations, and I guess that's basically it. I mean,
so are you gonna go talk to the dragonborns or the?
yeah, I'm gonna talk to Dragonborn, I guess.
All right, and you see that they're a bit more secretive. They see you walk up and like, what do you want?
Oh no, nothing. Just wanting to know more about this trade, about what is happening in the town. As you can see, I just got here. Have no clue what happened, and maybe you can enlighten me.
Well, yeah. My brother and I are talking about a group of dragonborn off to the north, and they've been told that they've been killing the Draugr by themselves.
That's nice, right?
Our very own. Yes. I don't know why they'd be doing it, but I'm happy to know that one of our own is killing those bastards out there.
True.
They call themselves the Serpent's Will.
Their serpent's will. Okay.
Sorry, it's like it's not
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah, it's okay. I can see that. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Their serpent's will. Okay. Interesting. Any idea? Is there a reward for anyone who eliminate the Draugrs? Maybe that's why they're doing it.
they shrug and say, "Well, I don't know. I heard they're killing Draugr."
Oh, nice. Anything else that worth mentioning? Interesting around the area.
And like he gives a bit of a shifty eye and like, well, seems like since you're talking to us, you're not that bad. And like he just says, everyone, racist, not racist, and in between, believes that tieflings are gonna plan something. So just drinks. Although from what I know from my tiefling friends, have done nothing.
Well, I don't judge a book by its cover. I tend to talk more and learn more about them before I make any decisions. So yeah.
And then he points at you like, yes, that's very good. And like you see someone like drunkenly like hit the back of the dragonborn, and it's like, and he glares at him, and then the dwarf's like, "What are you looking at, you lizard?" And then the dragonborn breathes like gas into his face.
Yeah.
It's like piss off, and then dwarf just falls back, and then I think that would be it. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Thanks for everything you provide. Every information is helpful. Alright, and I leave them. I think that's basically it, right? I don't think there's anything else. So I do know a group. I do know that there are Draugr sightings, and I do know that the king has been acting weirdly, but that's a little bit away from my concern. And I do know the dwarves, the only one that's been, mass producing magic items. I know where he is, right?
No, they didn't. They say it was a smith, but they didn't say any particular smith.
Oh, okay. So I still haven't heard anyone talking about where this, magic weapon workshop is located.
No, I mean you can ask around if you wish, but seems like it's a very sensitive topic to talk about among smiths.
Okay. Do I heard any whispers, among them saying maybe slipped,
Perception, sure.
Alright.
Perception.
I will try to do that. Come on. Oh, crap. You know what?
Yeah, too
Probably
much of
not.
the screaming, the shouting,
Yeah.
and the whole. Ah! It's too much to really take with many whispers. Alright, is there anything you would like to do after demolishing the entire arena?
Oren is probably gonna get a nice strong drink.
Yeah, you see the tavern owner. It's a dwarf, and
Of course it is.
and he doesn't. He sees you come over to the bar, and he's like, say no more, and he like gets you like the strongest drink on there, like in the biggest mug as well. You deserve it.
Alright, I will thank him for that, and I will drink it.
And it's strong. It's very strong. I actually have to make. You have to make a Constitution check.
Alrighty, where it? Check or save?
Save. Sorry.
Okay, that's good because I have a +6 to my save.
You make it. You drink like half of it. You're not even tipsy. You drink the whole thing. You're not even tipsy. And then the dwarf is just like, it's like, you really are. What are you? That's the strongest drink I have.
I'm just gonna slam the drink down. And I'm gonna say the best.
All right, it's the best. And then he just grabs. He gets like more alcohol for you.
May I have
puts it
another?
there.
My friend here probably have a slightest bit of dwarven blood in his bloodline.
Understandable. And like
After all, no one
Well,
can
you know-
drink this besides the mighty dwarfs. I just gives out compliments.
and like he looks at both of you and he like, well, you are very well equipped even for adventurers.
We are. Got any interesting news to share?
Eh, not. It depends what you mean by interesting, except for the whole tiefling thing and the whole dragonborn thing. There's not much for to talk about.
Okay.
And like, I don't really want to dive into politics of the king, but yeah, not much. I mean, I've heard something like human diplomats heading to Ravendell, but that's all I know.
Human diplomats. Do tell. Why are they here for?
I don't know much between the human diplomats, but
Sorry.
yeah, gives another. Alright.
Yeah.
And like he's just like, well, he multitasks talking to you and giving Orin another mug.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't strictly know. All I know is they're from the Stark. That's all I know.
Okay. Interesting.
They're here to talk to the king. Well, that means something at least. The king is doing something with Stark Kingdom.
Is he?
You know?
From what I heard, it seems like he is not.
I mean, yeah, lately he hasn't been doing much, but doesn't mean he's doing nothing, right? I mean, he's talking to the diplomats, apparently,
I
so
guess so.
must
I
mean
guess so.
something. You see, I'm a heavy supporter for the king, and I believe in him, and if he's staying silent, must be a good reason. But everyone else is saying, the king is the king is shit. You know, they're not doing well. He's not doing anything anymore. He's crazy. He has fallen under pressure. That kind of thing.
So you think he is still doing his job? Okay.
Of course, laddie. Why wouldn't he be? He's the king. He's from what I know and from what I've heard from him, one of the more honorable men of kings we've had in our lifeline. So he's a good one.
Okay. So
He is
what is the king's, name again? Sorry.
King Vavhar III.
Vavhar the Third. Okay.
I mean Vavhar. I mean
Vavhar.
no, I'm like saying like for easier Vavhar is probably better. I don't know what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Vavhar. All right, cool.
Yeah. Like he's he's named after the original king, King Vavtar, the one who made the alliance with the Stark Kingdom so many generations ago.
Okay. How long
So it must run
has he been ruling?
2 centuries.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's even quite surprising for us dwarves, but he's been getting at it.
Okay. Well, thanks
I mean-
for all the information.
Of course, and if you need something like weapons, anything, I recommend you to a friend.
Yeah, sure. Where is this friend of yours?
Smith is called the Hammer and Horn.
Hammer
called
and
the-
Horn.
He's called Hurdle, and he has and he specializes in swords. He makes great swords, by the way.
Okay. Hurdle.
If you ever need them, but I'm pretty sure he works on other things as well.
Okay. Have you ever heard of this Smith that's been mass producing, you know what?
Wait, hold on. And great.
It's okay. Great gray swords. Oh, my
I
God.
see. No, he's a man of his word.
No, I mean, have you ever? Well, this mysterious myth.
Oh,
Do you know
that
where?
well.
Yeah, he might.
I'd
Be.
rather not speak his name because I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, lad.
It's okay. Definitely all right. So, mind if you point me to Hurdle's place? What was it called again? The
Hammer and Horn.
Hammer and Horn. All right.
Of course, lad. It's on the outer skirts of the mountain. Inside, it's built right into the actual mountain wall. Let's go to the outskirts, right beside the gate. Should be around there.
Okay. Skirts. Sorry, a lot of information. I need to put this down. Outer skirt.
Of course. Like I told you guys, sandbox.
All right. Well, thanks for the input. You want another?
Of course.
You want another, Oren? Or are you good?
Orin is just fine.
All right.
He's not going to drink this guy out of his strongest.
Well, you know what? Do you wish to go out or do you wish to stay and drink?
Well, Orin is not going to sit around and drown his words. He'll go and he'll explore the city.
All right. Then we'll go out. I am heading towards Hurdle's place, to the Hammer and Horn, to look for. Let's see. I would need. Yeah, I would need a plate armor. So yeah, I'm going to that direction.
Alright. So you head over to the Hammer and Horn and you see a very actually strange sight. You go to the Hammer and Horn and you see a very big minotaur, or not really big, but a minotaur that's inside the building, hammering away at the sword. And you see a dwarf with armless, talking to the minotaur, and like he looks at like.
Wait,
Hello.
he lost both his arms? Just
Yes.
okay. And then is he putting on some, cover like like a prosthetics?
No, not really. He's armless.
Okay.
No prosthetic or anything. He has
Alright, cool.
his legs, his chest, and like torso area, but no arms. He sees you enter. Well, welcome to the Hammer and Horn.
I
And
can
then you
see
see
why
the-
it's named. Yeah.
And then, well, why are you here? What do
Well,
you need?
armors, of course. Do you have any plate armor?
Plate armor, and he just like thinks about it. We don't really make plate armor for just general where we built to order.
Well, I still have an order I couldn't return to retrieve, so that's nothing. I don't know how long I'll be staying here, so... How long do you guys need in order to craft a plate armor?
Well, with my friend over there,
Mhm.
not too long. 2 to 3 days at most.
2 to 3 days.
We are masters of our craft.
How much will it cost?
Well, the regular fee would be
Let me check. Armors.
1,500 gold pieces.
Well, shit. That is quite expensive. Well, good to know. I guess we'll return when we have some contracts done and some rewards gained. Oren, you want anything?
Arn is actually just fine with what he has right now.
Okay.
Nods and like see that is your Mjolnir Junior like shown publicly?
Yeah, it's kind of hanging
Yeah,
from my belt.
there's no
And you
sheath.
see his eyes like widen and just like that perhaps the magic hammer.
I'm going to say, or I'm just going to say, perhaps. Wants
And
to
then
know.
the craft of it is very well made. I'll just say that's a very good weapon in your hands. I hope you use it well.
I do.
Nods. And then the Minotaur like finishes like beating the tang and sword and then puts it into water, letting it cool. And it's like just looks over to Hurdle. Says, Hurdle, we still have to make one sword for and he nods and says, well, I have to go. So is that it?
That'll be it. Thank you for your input, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah, then you see, like before you leave, like you see that the way they smith is very kind of like not really heartwarming, but very like cool to see. You see the Minotaur like just pounding away while the
Yeah.
dwarf tells him what to do.
Okay. They have a connection, you know. That's,
Chemistry, yeah.
chemistry.
Yeah.
All right.
So what are you guys gonna do now?
Well, I will check on the embassy. That's the only place we haven't checked.
That sounds smart, actually.
Yeah, because they have contracts and such. Maybe we can search for the general vicinity, what kind of stuff we can do before we press on, and especially since I want to go into the ruins, maybe there are some contracts related to that. So, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you go to the embassy, which is in more actually at the center,
Mm-hmm.
and you see this big building with the symbol of the king on it, and you see a lot of guards around, like protecting the area. You see some protesters outside by the embassy proclaiming that the king has been doing nothing. Like they have signs and stuff, like trying to do anything to just make a point. And you see, and as you walk to the entrance, you see a guard like halt you and say, "Identity." And like he knows your adventures, but he just asks for your passes, basically your paper.
Yeah, we
author-
just show
authorization.
him. We just show him. You know,
Yeah.
the basic papers.
And then he lets you enter, and you see other adventurers as well here, but not obviously as well equipped as you guys. But you see that they know their thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you see some papers off to the side, it's like that, and you see that there's a whole reception of people where you can get your contracts from, or you to inquire, things like that.
Mhm.
Off to the side is where the board is, where the contract should be, and no notices, announcements, things should be there.
All right. I will look around and see the job board, I guess. Like in Witcher 3, you just go to the board. It's like, okay.
Go to the board.
Yeah.
You see, there's just some basic like like needs like get more food,
Yeah.
protect caravan, that
Mhm.
kind of thing. But immediately, two quests catch your eye. Actually,
Mhm.
things catches your eye.
All right.
One is eliminate the monsters coming from Toftus,
Okay.
and the second one is investigate the lost caravans.
Investigate the lost caravans. Okay. Why does the investigation caught my eyes? Was it its location? Was it the cargo?
It only says there. It says if you want to inquire more for information, you reception.
Okay. I will. I will. So I will go to the reception desk, I guess.
Hello, and then what are you taking?
These two, I guess. Before I took them, what are the investigation? What are the cargo? What was it about? Do you have any information you can provide?
Oh well, the lately with the whole Draugr crisis, supplies are needed more than ever, and our supply, for some reason, our supply caravans have been being raided. We don't know who's causing the raids, but it's being raided, and so far investigations for the guards have been fruitful because they're too spread thin. So adventurers are tasked to investigate why the caravans haven't gone missing.
Okay. So the caravan contains food and supplies, the basic
Yeah,
type.
basic necessity. Yes.
Interesting. What about the other one? Can you tell me anything about it?
Yeah, in the outskirts of Toftus, coming from Toftus Woods, monsters have been coming from it and attacking the local populace, and the guards are not going to be able to hold on for longer. So this is a quest that needs to be done quickly, and so far all the adventurers are avoiding it. So, I mean,
Why would that be exactly?
they haven't told me anything. No one has been getting it from the board.
Do you have the seismatics about the group, how the monsters are, and what are they? The Draugr?
We just
You have nothing?
Yeah, this quest just came in yesterday, and we haven't reached much information since then.
Okay.
We want to know. We can get more information. It will take another day or two, but I'm not sure if that will.
Yeah, I suspect you guys have another day or two. I suspect Tuftus have
Maybe,
another day.
Maybe, but so far the messenger that came with this request looked very wounded.
So wounded that they can't even tell what attacked them?
It's wounds, like monstrous wounds, claws, bites, but I'm not sure what possibly else could it be.
Sounds like Draugr.
Sounds like, but
Maybe.
we've been facing
But
something
then
else.
we tried to ask the messenger what's all about, and he hasn't spoke since then. Like, we've been trying to ask him, but
Is he in
Just
coma
silent.
or he's just being quiet?
no, he's awake. He's not speaking. His eyes, I've seen them. It's not pleasant.
You know what? Can you point me to whoever this person is, the messenger, and maybe we can ask him for more information?
Usually, you wouldn't have authorization, but if you take the quest about it, you could have grounds to meet him and more information.
I look at the group. Do you guys want to take this without, prior knowledge?
Oren is not going to do that. He would rather know what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I might do something. If it gets anyone on the quest, I'll do it. And then he just gets a paper and signs it quickly, and it lets you enter the the local hospital to meet the messenger.
Yeah.
If you want to meet him, then sure. But Will you?
Hmm.
You know what? We'll think about it first, since all the the quests listed here are a little bit vague on the details. We cannot put our team in unknown risk. At least we need to know what we're facing currently.
Of course. We have. It's fine. And
Yeah.
he puts it. He like puts back the paper under the desk and says, "I'll come back anytime if you wish to change your mind."
Yeah. We will. And I look at the others. It's probably been a while, so I'll just say that if we still have the strength, maybe we can go check on the ruined, temple, because that's the only thing I really want to do it. And since I'm not sure about the monsters and other quests, I can't ask everyone to join me. And besides, let's just face it, I don't even know what the rewards will be, so I'm talking as a player. Not as Oscar. Yeah.
Crap. I'm sorry, I forgot about the rewards. Okay, my bad. So basically, they're all gold rewards, fluctuating. Actually, it depends on how much you find out. For the monsters one, it depends how many monsters you killed. So let's say, and you don't know the monsters, but once a monster found out, like as a DM out of character, I already have a set gold amount, like how much per head, because I already know how hard or how easy it might be to defeat these things. Although the the quest people can't really put a reward because they don't know yet as well.
Yeah.
But they promise a gold reward. That basically.
That's proper to the danger. Okay. Well, but I'm looking at the others. Since Oren has, shown that he's not interested, and I don't want to go in all by myself, since it's irresponsible and blunt. We'll just sit back, and I will do the expedition later, for the ruins. For what I already signed, the contract I already signed. But the other quests maybe later.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, maybe I'll just. What are the times right now? Are we tired? Are we,
It's probably, since you probably arrived during the afternoon at this point. You would think the sun is setting, but you're not too sure because you're in a mountain.
Okay. So.
But it seems like, in relation with the time, they make the torch dimmer to give an illusion that it's getting nighttime.
Okay. Well, in that case, since it's gonna go dark later, so we might as well just rest for the night and, come back in the morning and do the expedition thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I think.
Okay, you guys are gonna... Okay, anything else, or that's it?
That's
Oren.
it for me. So, I don't know what Oren thinks.
No, like I said, Oren does not want to just dive headlong into this. He'd rather have more information before doing it.
Yeah.
But if Asger can come back with information, he's down for helping.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys go back to the Valkyrie Swing, and seems like there's been a lot more people back then, but compared to the Spitting Inn, this is a way more peaceful tavern. People are just being more civil, just having a chat, not just having a nice drink. And you guys get your food as well, like your drinks, and you see Arlen just thinking and like looking around. Like he hasn't talked much actually throughout the whole thing, and just says like, "Wow." Like he's kind of awestruck by like, because he just says like, it's just weird to see these things being described to you ever since you've entered the academy, but when you're finally here, it's wow.
Yeah, I know. Adventures can be interesting. However, dangers are real, so just be mindful about it. That's it.
And like he looks around and just says, "You have to pay to stay here?"
Of course, that's how things works. You earn your rewards, earn your money, and then you pay for, the expense.
Okay, and then he's like, I see. And he just like looks around and like with like strangers in the same place.
Well, not always. If you have the money, then you can have your own room. But mostly it involves, a tavern full of strangers. Wonderful.
I see.
Yeah, wonderful
But
times.
okay, but good thing I have gold. Then he just like looks at his pouch, making sure it's still there.
Yeah.
Like you see that when you guys were walking around the city, Arlen was very like making everything like nothing got stolen or anything. Like he's
yeah.
patting his like pouch,
Yeah.
his bag, that kind of thing.
Keep
And
your most valuable items closest to you, that in a position that no one can easily take away from you. And yeah, but don't look suspicious. Constantly patting down, up and down. Otherwise, you'll be easily marked as a target. I'm just explaining to Erlen about some street, survival skills, not to get easily pegged as a target, and how to avoid unwanted sights and all that. Just
okay, and like you see that Arlen nods like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And he said, but then he says like, so the whole thing with King Vavhar the Third, I see why the citizens are scared and all, because from what I've learned of his reign, this is very out of character.
yeah, I believe so. Do you know anything about this king? Perhaps you read it somewhere. How was he as a king?
King Vavhar III, strangely enough, is a king worthy enough to be compared to the first king, Vavhar.
Okay.
He's been that, from what I have heard, he's the one that spearheaded the whole. He spearhead like ever since the first king Vavhar wanted to be allianced with the humans after his passing. The other dwarf kings weren't so keen on that, but they still honored the alliance. But King Vavhar III was the first one to ever make progress on that promise and made sure that humans and dwarves can learn from each other.
Okay.
Like he has increased relations with the Starks back then, and even now with the other human kingdoms. And he's the one that expanded the city even more in both mountains, in Present and Ravendal.
Okay.
And he has also made multiple pursuits in increasing just the quality of life for everyone within the city.
He sounds like a nice king. Sounded
And,
like
yeah.
a nice king.
And he comes off as very steadfast and very, how I say this, very, although simple might be not the greatest word, he goes things straightforward and proclaims things in truth rather than hiding them behind words of politicians. Like, I remember what he said back then that kind of reached the academy, that said that he will behead all orcs that stand near his city and stop them, basically.
Well, if he's ushering truce, perhaps that's the reason why he's been silenced. Sounds to me like he's a man of action. So maybe that's the reason why he's not issuing any announcement. Maybe he wants everything to be set in place before he actually says anything.
Well, although that could be true, it's just that you're still public unrest, so things might not go that well. Although I don't know, I only learned this in school, so I'm not sure how it works in real life.
Well, every bit of knowledge helps. The thing is, just keep these in mind. Right now, the situation is not in our hands, especially this. It's it requires higher powers. Powers not in our skill sets. So just keep that in mind, and maybe along the way we'll find out more and see what we can learn from it.
Okay, and
That's
then
the
he
best
nods and
approach.
says,
Yep.
"Okay, that's good then. Well, despite leaving, it's quite fun actually. Well, if you don't fight anything, but you know what I mean. So
Yeah. I doubt that'll be the case. We are relaxing right now, but soon, well, you'll see. I just gives
yeah,
him a
I mean,
grin, just like the slightest grin.
like I didn't know the places like the splitting in existed where you can eat, drink in an establishment and fight as well and bet
Mhm.
at the same time.
Mm,
Although it's not my taste, it was interesting to see.
Yeah.
there's much to learn.
Mhm.
I didn't know that many dwarves can fit into a tavern.
That's
You should see them with. You should. Good thing he doesn't know about the clowns.
no, no. Don't get me started
So
on the clown.
Arlen not his food
Yeah.
and
All right.
goes up to his own room and stuff. So
Yeah.
is that it for everyone?
Yeah, that's it for
Yeah.
me.
And I guess Civ will not be joining us.
Yep. I don't think so.
All right, everyone goes to sleep, and before we end this session, we are gonna transfer it to Guardian Council.
Whoops. Not the best place. It's always symbolized trouble. Fuck.
Well, it depends how you look at it, but
Yeah.
sure, why not? So you see, Vidar finally goes back to the council, finally lands, and says, looks towards his fellow like gods and goddesses, and looks for Sin. So Sin like just nods, acknowledges Vidar, and says, "Well, seemingly as you don't have any scorch marks, you didn't handle the fire giant, did you?" And Vidar just nods and says, "Well, you see, one of them did it. They were able to handle it. I was able to see it with my own eyes. There's something with those group. Something I can't place it on. It's different.
Hmm.
They're not regular mortals, and there's something else. It's like as if they're heading to something great. Greater than any one of us could ever imagine."
Interesting.
Sin just nods and says, "Well, they are the center of the events, actually. With Valdus Stark within their group, it won't be hard to see." And then Vidar just like nods. "No, it's not just that. It's not just that." He looks over He looks over to the horizon of the room and says, "Well, how are the preparations for the scouting into hell going on?" And then she says, "Well, Valley and Modi and Uli are getting along, but it might still take some time. They're still looking for the necessary pieces of for the Bifrost."
Whoops. Bifrost.
And he nods. "Okay, good." And then Vidar just looks over to the horizon, just looking off, and then says, "Where are you?" You. And and then it transfers over to the lost well of Mimir, basically
Ooh.
looking for Frigg. Like Frigg is just once again going through his tapestry of quote unquote fate, and you see one of the Norns come up. It's like, "Well, the Frigg, we're still handling the old Hermore. He's having he's having fun with the rest of my sisters. Yes. So what? Well, what do you need now?" And Frigg just says, "All I need is some peace and quiet." And you see that the tapestry from this point forward, the threads go off to multiple different directions as if they're different paths. And Frigg just says, I wonder which one of these threads will lead to the end of this tapestry. And you see that she smiles, and soon she starts weaving in one thread, and that's where we're gonna end.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice. Wow.
What fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually don't know what you guys are gonna do, so I'm just gonna prepare in general. So
It's alright.
I mean,
Would
you
you,
do know our general direction, so
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
prepare accordingly.
Something you should do, like I said, make a document of like encounters, NPCs. Like it doesn't have to be very detailed, just very simple.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
simple. And then label that document "open in case of players."
Open in case of players. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Doc like that, yeah. So yeah, there's, like I said, I left multiple things for you to do and pursue each. But don't worry, each thing actually does contribute something to the overall plot. So don't feel like if you're
Yeah.
You're kinda
missing
cheating to,
something,
like,
yeah.
missing something. Don't worry, I'm not doing it like that. Everything that you guys can do is either caused by the Draugr Crisis or it does something towards it. So yeah. And
Yeah.
you learn more things about the world. So there you go.
Those are great, actually. Well, I mean, the story-wise, like, I can tell how many times you put in to prepare, so, yeah, thanks for that. Oh, man. It's been a long, like,
Yeah.
how should I put this? Like, it's
been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time
long
since we
time.
played,
Yeah.
and yeah, I found this really interesting. I wish to know more about this world.
Yeah. I just really like my armless dwarf and his friend Minotaur.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. Like, yeah, I'll just add it in. Like, we'll see where it goes. I'll just add it in.
Yeah.
It's a fun thought.
Yeah, maybe we can circle back later on. But for now, it's like, since our, path is moving forward, it's gonna take a while.
Robin, just
Yeah.
for clarification, you are at the coast, and your personal goal can be accomplished in this city.
Oh, okay.
Like, the
I
means of
only
it?
know, yeah, but I only know that this place, someone holds the information of it. I know the location, but I do. It's right
Yeah,
here,
I'm just
but
saying.
yeah.
I'm just for clarification. It is here, so
Yeah, so I need to learn more about it before I. And the ruin, expedition, the ancient site seems like a good place to start, because
Yeah.
if any place is, possible of holding the artifact, it will be the ancient site. So that's why I want to go there. Yeah,
okay.
those are the reasons.
Yeah, let's hope Civ comes back, and when Civ and Orin have their conversation, it doesn't lead to a retcon. So
You know what?
I mean,
it doesn't
yeah.
have to be a retcon. It's more like she'll just describe the details of what they talked about.
no, I mean, like, because
Yeah, like not gonna go with the group and such. I know, but yeah, I don't think that'll be the case. Maybe.
We'll see, we'll
yeah, we'll
see.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna write a session journal later.
yeah.
You know.
Don't worry. Like I said, if you have the time, do it on your own time. It's totally fine.
Oh wait, what
yeah.
happened? I know Alexander had this interlude last week. What happened?
He met Tiamat.
Yep.
He met Tiamat. What the fuck?
Yeah, he decided.
Bomb dropping.
Yep, he decided he wanted to go find Savannah. Except he's not the only one who wanted to. Tiamat herself showed up and did a Taroka reading for him.
Yep.
And showed him where he needs to go. Only time will tell if it is a trap to get him or if it will actually lead him to her.
Man,
Yeah.
Alexander and Tiamat. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened with Sal while you were gone.
Yeah.
What happened to Sal?
Uh-huh.
Out-of-body experience. And by out-of-body experience, I mean the Mind Flayers cut his head open, pulled his brains and eyes out, stuck them in a jar, and then stuck an intellect devourer to serve as his new brain.
Yep.
What?
All
What?
the while, his still living brain in a jar was forced to watch.
Yep.
Um,
Not my best day. definitely
No.
not my best day.
It was actually his worst. It actually broke him mentally.
Yeah, like
Um,
seriously broken.
yeah, Dorovnia, your old wine-drinking Barovian friend,
Mhm.
was there disguised as one of the orderlies. Apparently, she was attacked by her own Nagpa, and instead of getting mind wiped, she was sent here. So she killed an orderly and disguised herself as it in the orderly's clothes and basically pretended to be one until she could figure out why she was here, and then she realized I was here to save Sal.
Mm-hmm.
It's very convenient.
So
Sal
convenient.
was rescued, taken back to the Temple of the Four Elements, where he just started to lose his mind one bit at a time. And eventually, in his room, due to the fact that so much planar magic was used there, some powerful magic too, it manifested and turned into a giant angry version of Sal. And Kelby was actually able to master the wind punch.
Yay!
Punch.
I need to write up the details for that. But he is he's going to be able to punch enemies around corners now.
Yay!
What? Yo, that sounds so cool.
And if he spends key points, he can actually knock them prone.
Nice.
Yo, that sounds so cool.
Yep.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool. Meepo ate some rancid cheese while in the asylum and got sick.
Super
And
sick.
Oh, you let him eat rancid cheese? Come on, guys.
He wants cheese,
He wants it, he gets it.
but he got new cheese.
People.
He got more cheese. He's
Yeah.
fine. He ended up throwing up. We revealed that underneath. Also, we put Sal back in his body.
Yep.
I can't forget that. Sal, you burned one of his wishes to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
We also revealed that underneath the air temple, the floating air portion of the monastery, there is someone lives there, and you people are just dropping things like vomit.
Poor guy, he's like, stop dropping shit into my place. It's like,
It's more like, fine, I'll pay the parking ticket. And then he pays the parking ticket, and then he gets smashed on the head by Meepo's puke, and he's like, I paid the ticket, what more do you want from me? So if you stop trying to over here, you make his life miserable. I mean, it's not like you know he's there, but
yeah, but that's basically it. When you return next week, you'll be seeing let's just face it, completely different Sal. Yeah.
He's not a happy camper right now.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not Philo, so I can't say much. I mean, I'm just Meepo. I'll just say cheese.
Yeah, no. But yeah, like I said, Robin.
Yep.
The Gezeri would probably help him the most. Because like I said, one, they hate the mind flayers, and they're more than willing to go on a little mind flayer hunting party with him.
Yeah.
And two, they can probably calm him down a little.
Yeah, the thing is, since they look, Gezeris,
Look like Yankee.
yeah, and we had a bad encounter with them. I doubt Sal will put full faith into them.
And they don't look exactly. There's some very subtle differences.
Yeah, especially, second thing is, he doesn't know how to get in touch with them. We don't have anyone casting spells, to help us. We do have the 3D. Sorry. We do have the. Was it a 3D? The one who. Oh, sorry. The genies that can grant us wishes.
Yeah.
But Sal has another plan, and he wants to use the wish to accomplish. That's as much as I can say for now. So we'll see if you allows it to happen. If not,
You can tell me on DM.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe during the session. I'm still working on the kinks. I haven't got much time to, think it through. But I just think that Sal would want something, to help him achieve his goal. Just like that. Yeah. We'll talk about it later on, but Yeah. Today is probably not the day. Oh, by the way, today's my birthday. Yay!
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday!
Thanks. Yeah, it's been a while. So, yeah, we had well, my family and I, we had some meals the other day. So today is like all free to play. So yeah. Well, but later on I need to get back to work. So yeah, there's that.
Okay.
Yep.
So, rip.
Yeah, that's totally the case.
Alright,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.